What it do? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hold on. I think we might. If he wants to smoke, hold on. Let me see. Let me hit old Bomac right now because he just messaged me. You know what I'm saying? Probably talking about nothing. But hold on. Let's see. Real quick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening with it? We gonna see. Because he just messaged me, you know what I'm saying, asking for his money again. But I mean, you can't conduct business like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if you want to come on the show right now. And then let me salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got DP Rocker in the building. What's happening with it? Phil J 508, salute. Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Great show last night, Knockout. I wanted to hop on the panel, but I was painting. So I was listening to you with an earbud in and painting at the same time. So that's why I didn't get on the panel. But salute to all the great brothers that did get on the panel. M Stack 85, what's happening with it? Salute. John Page, what's happening with it? Salute. Dwayne Freeman, what's good? DP Rocker, what's happening with it? My brother's keeper, what's happening with it? Cassandra Mason. I appreciate you, Cassandra. I appreciate you. Let's get it 10. Because when I get to the 10K, everybody be asking me about merchandise and hats. That was just something for me. When I get to the 10K, then I'm gonna start putting the merchandise out so y'all can purchase. You know, I'm gonna have some fly stuff. Ain't gonna be none of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some fly shit. It ain't gonna be, you know, like my dude BFTV, he got some fly shit. So I'm gonna have some fly stuff for y'all. Yeah, man, Knockout. I seen that, man. I missed it, and I went back and I watched the whole show this morning, man. So I watched the whole show this morning, man. But we gonna see. Hold on. Anyway, nigga talking about send me my money and then I'll get on the show. Nigga, first of all, You ain't what money. Second of all, I don't need you to come on no damn show. For real, that's one thing I do not do. I ain't begging no grown ass man. For real, he don't want to come over and get this smoke. He'll watch you in the background, but he don't want to come over and get this smoke. BFTV choked him up last night. Yeah, BFTV had him choking, had him, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he ran up off Low to the Game boxing talk last night. BFTV was getting in his ass. Sheena, salute to the Queen Sheena. Oh man, Sheena, I wouldn't say all of that, but we gonna make it through today. We gonna make it through. Von P. King Deacon, what's happening with it? Salute. And today, we gonna talk about what Team Crawford had to say about Errol Spence and and making the fight and all of that. So we gonna get into that. But I also wanna do a show for y'all. I want to give everybody that watch. You know what I'm saying? It's an open panel. It's an open topic. We can talk about anything that y'all want to talk about in the comment section. We could tackle it and we could address it, So hit the like button as y'all come in the building. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button as you come in the building. Yeah, Don Dada, I seen that. Tank Davis say he don't want the belts off of Cambosos, right? And I like that because all I asked for Tank is to keep the same energy. Tank didn't. He wasn't calling out Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko when they had the belt. So when they asked him about Cambosos, he said, yeah, Cambosos can get the smoke, but he can lead in stinking belts where they at. And I like that. I love that when I heard that out of Tank. Because when I came on here and I said, I want Tank to keep that same energy. He wasn't worried about them belts when Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko had them, right? So I want him to keep the same energy with George Kambosos. And that's exactly what he did. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love that when I heard that from Tank. And he said straight up. He said, you know what I'm saying? I put him in the ground. I knock his ass out. We can make that happen, but he can keep the belts because I don't want him. Oh, yeah, Kwame. I was just talking about you, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Bomac just hit me up right now. In the, you know what I'm saying? He hit me up or whatever. And I told him, shit, come on the show. I ain't coming on the show until you pay me my money. First of all, nigga, what money? You're not finna play me. You're not trying to play me like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to play me. I'm not finna let you play me like no sucker. First of all. And then second of all, like, nigga, I don't need you to come on nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be over here. We gonna be doing this show and we gonna get it popping regardless. I don't need you to come nowhere. Straight up. You got cooked last night. Shit. KG was happening with it. Salute KG in the building. KP from KC5 was happening with it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I respected that from Tank. Mark Wonderlick, what's happening with it? Man, I really respected that shit from Tank because he keeping the same energy all the way around. You dig what I'm saying? He keeping the same energy all the way around. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the rest of these top fighters need to do too. F them belts. F them belts. If you want to fight, we can fight, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not paying your sanctioning fees, for real. And I ain't going by your corrupt ass rules. Fuck your belts. You know what I'm saying? These crooked dudes that's behind these sanctioning bodies, WBC, the WBO, WBA, IBF, they really the only ones that really run their shit like it's supposed to be ran. The IBF, whoever run the IBF, I don't know who run the IBF. I would have to look that up. But they really the only ones that run their shit like it's supposed to be ran. You did? You know what I'm saying? Catman 785, what's happening with it? Robert Davis, what's happening with it? Yeah. Devin Haney, he won all the belts, but he needs to say, after Devin Haney see how they treat him, right? In the WBC, I got a problem with Devin Haney if he running around talking about some belts after this, especially the WBC. You know what I'm saying? Especially the WBC. You feel me? Like, why are you, like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you running around trying to be up under somebody that don't fuck with you? That's what I don't understand. Why are you running around trying to lay up under somebody that don't fuck with you? Because that's what they doing. The WBC continues to disrespect him. Mauricio Suleiman continues to disrespect him. But you want to run up around them and beg for their attention? Fuck them. Fuck that belt. You see these dudes still don't even want to fight you and you got the belt. What's up? Come on. Miss me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that. John Page, what's happening with it? Batman, does Dada say WBC has favoritism, but it has nothing to do with race. It don't? So it don't? It don't? So you telling me that they have favoritism, but it has nothing to do with race. Does that have something to do with because you are Hispanic in the WBC, right? The man that runs the WBC is Hispanic, right? And everybody that he favors is Hispanic. Is that why you saying that it has nothing to do with race? Because since you want to bring it up, I didn't say nothing about race, right? I didn't say nothing about race. But at the end of the day, you brought it up, so let's open up that bag. We know that it has everything to do with race. Because if you look at everybody that they've showed favoritism to, they actually been Hispanic. I mean, come on now. WBC has never showed favoritism towards Wilder or Gary Russell. That is a damn lie. Well, if they're showing favoritism towards Gary Russell, why can't Gary Russell get no fights? Why hasn't Gary Russell been awarded a franchise title? And he's been holding that title since how long? Gary Russell been holding that title? He's been holding that title for 6 years now. So how they showing favoritism versus Gary Russell? No, hold on. Like I said, for everybody that's coming in, we doing open topics today. So you know what I'm saying? If you got something you want to talk about, let's talk about it. So Dundada, matter of fact, you got a lot to say, and you've been having a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's no beef. I rock with you, but you know what I'm saying? You full of shit a lot of times. So we're gonna drop the link. This link is for Dundada. Don't nobody else grab this link but Dundada. And I want you to explain. Ain't no more typing. I want you to explain what you're talking about. Simple as that. Come here and explain why you saying the things that you're saying. Since you're saying that WBC favoritism has nothing to do with race, and that they've showed favoritism towards Gary Russell and Deontay Wilder. Explain that to me, please. Explain it. Click the link. Easy as that. Ain't nobody on the panel but me and you. Explain it. Come on. The link is right there. You ain't even got, you don't even have to put your face on the camera. Come up here and explain it. I know you scared. But you ain't nobody got to see who's saying it. And yeah, like my man KG said, y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Come on. What happened? Where you at? You can't just say shit and then run off and have no backing to what you say. Because when you do that, that means that you just a troll. When you do that, that means that you're a troll. If I say some shit on here, I always have backing to why I'm saying what I say. Because if I just came on here and just said shit, none of y'all would be watching me. Nobody would come on here and watch because they're like, he's just talking. He's just a troll. Come on. Dundada, did your phone break? Did your computer break? What happened? Like, it don't make no sense. Make no sense at all. Exactly what I thought. Everybody that the WBC shows happens to be Hispanic. The WBC president just happens to be Hispanic, but it has nothing to do with race. Okay, you was talking to someone in the chat. Well, I want you to come on here and explain. It doesn't matter who you was talking to. You don't have to be talking to me, but you said what you said. So I want you to come on here and explain why you said what you said. William Allen, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Y'all get him up out of here. Lee Stevenson, what's happening? Lennar Thomas, what's happening with it? I'm asking you to, okay, this is my last time. That's a Red Sox logo. I got this and I don't like the Red Sox, Sheena. I don't like the Red Sox. I'm not a fan. I was just out in Boston. I had this hat since, like, real talk. I probably got this hat in like 2011 when I was out in Boston, a place I would never go again. That Boston is the most racist place I've ever been to by far. I never stepped foot in Boston again, but I was out there and I seen this hat and it was dope. It actually was green. It matched with the outfit that I had, so I went and grabbed it. But no, I'm not a fan of Boston. I grew up an Atlanta Braves fan. I don't even watch baseball no more though. 503 was happening with it. 503 was happening with it. And see, that right there is what happens when you got dudes that just come through the comment section, right? And say shit, but have no backing to what they're saying. They don't want to hop on a panel, right? But they want to type a million miles an hour. If I'm giving you a chance to let everybody hear why you saying what you saying, why wouldn't you come on here and say it? Because you just saying some shit and you don't know why you said it yourself. So like I said, since he opened up that bag, the WBC and their favoritism has everything to do with race. You know what I'm saying? It has everything to do with race. Because if it was, I know where you're going. You're going to say, oh, well, it has to do with popularity. Well, Oscar Valdez is not that popular. Oscar Valdez is not nowhere near as popular as Deontay Wilder. They ain't showed no favoritism towards Wilder at all. Oscar Valdez is not as popular as Jamal Charlo. The last time I checked, I think that he's the WBC champion. I haven't seen them show no favoritism towards him. Do we need to go on? So what you saying, sir, is some bullshit. Tony, what's happening with it? Yeah, man, I was a Braves fan. I've been a Braves fan ever since, shit, the White Smith and y'all probably don't even, and Otis Nixon and David Justice, Ronnie Gant, way back in the day. Deion Sanders, Anthony Johnson, what's happening with it? Love him down, Gaither, what's happening with it? Robert Davis, what's happening with it? Nitty G, what's happening with it? Right, Robert. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the WBC, they clearly protect their own people. You know what I'm saying? If one of their people got the belt, they're going to protect them. Straight up. So like I said, I didn't even bring up the race. Dundada, he brought up the race. And he tried to make a point like, oh, it has nothing to do with racism. No, yeah, it has everything to do with racism. I'm not going to say racism. It has everything to do with race. My bad. Let me correct myself. It has everything to do with race. Lee Stevenson, appreciate that. Yeah. Like, come on now. Miss me with that shit. But anyway, moving along, and y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. What else? Before we get into, you know what I'm saying, before we start talking about, what Team Crawford had to say, what else y'all want to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm giving, you know what I'm saying? This y'all show today. Whatever y'all want to talk about, type it in the comment section and we can talk about it. Knockout Boxer say this really isn't a conversation, right? He said WBC changed the anti-doping rules for Oscar Valdez. If Devin Haney tested positive for phentermine, I think that's how he said phentermine. He says, does anyone think he would have had his belt right now? Absolutely not. If Devin Haney had tested positive like Oscar Valdez did, he definitely wouldn't have had his belt right now. Definitely would not have. Like, come on, this is just like, come on, it's ridiculous. Nitty G, and I see your comment, Nitty G. We gonna break all that down. That's what we really gonna get into too. Leonard Thomas says they protect their own people. I ain't mad at it. Black people, we got to do the same and protect ours. Daryl's people, what? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is that Mauricio Suleiman, he goes above and beyond to protect his people. But don't come in here telling me that it has nothing to do with race, because it has everything to do with it. Right? Now it's up to, you know what I'm saying, the other race fighters that are not Hispanic, right? Like the black fighters and whoever else, right? To take action and let them know, fuck your belts. You ain't shit without us. But see, these dudes is too scary to do that. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna stand for nothing. You got a few that might, you know what I'm saying? You got a few that'll be willing to come together and to make some shit pop. But the rest of them ain't. If all of the top fighters, right, that are not Hispanic came together and was like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the WBC. We ain't even fighting for the WBC no more. Then what they gonna do? What they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Y'all gotta make it make sense. But see, they not, y'all ain't ready for that. A lot of y'all ain't ready for that discussion, and these fighters ain't ready to really take that stance. Why haven't Errol Spence been offered a franchise to be franchise champion? To tell you the truth, I don't know one black fighter that has a WBC title that's been offered the franchise belt. Now, a lot of people say, well, Deontay Wilder was never offered no franchise title, ever. And he had the title for over 5 years. He was never offered a franchise title. It was the topic came up to him, if he was offered it, would he take it? And he said no. But he was never offered it. None of the black WBC champions have been offered a franchise title. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Dundada, don't ask nothing in the comment section. I'm not reading or answering nothing, right, until you hop on this panel, because I gave you a chance to explain what you were saying. To hop on the panel and explain what you were saying. So you know what I'm saying? And that goes for black fighters, white fighters, every fighter that's not Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? Mauricio Suleiman, he riding for his people. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And he's letting you know, if you don't like it, well, do something about it. Devin Haney, you know what? I woke up today and I'm the WBC president. And I think that, you know what I'm saying? I want to let everybody know that belt that you got don't mean shit. Right? And I want to let everybody know that George Kambosos is undisputed. Yeah, because I'm the WBC president. And I felt like saying that, right? I can make up the rules and say what I want to on the fly. And you're going to rock with it. It's up to Devin Haney and his team to be like, no, the fuck we ain't. You know what? Fuck your belt. Fuck what you talking about. And this belt can go in the trash. Now come and get it. That's all I'm saying. I make up the rules. I say what I want and I do what I want. I'm riding for my people. And if you have a problem with it, do something about it. That's basically how he's moving, and that's what he's telling you by action. They always say that actions speak louder than words. That's it. Demond Daniels says WBC president said fighters have to request for franchise. They do what they want when they want, right? They do what they want when they want. Straight up and down. They do what they want when they want according to who it is. That man say anything. Whenever he want to tell you, whatever he want to tell you, he come on camera and say it, right? He contradicted himself about the WBC franchise belt a million times. He done told you a million different stories when it comes to the WBC franchise belt, so I don't give a damn what he said. Straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Mauricio Sulaiman has contradicted himself a million times and told a million lies when it comes to the WBC franchise title. And that's a fact. Straight up and down. Because I'm pretty sure that Errol Spence, right? If the WBC title was, when they came out, Mauricio Sulaiman said the WBC franchise title, this is what it's made for. It's for the top fighters, right? To not have to face mandatories like when, say, an Ocampo, right? Say when Errol Spence had to fight a a dude named Ocampos that nobody ever heard of, right? Well, say if he was the WBC franchise champion at that time, this is what Mauricio Sulaiman came out and first said. Well, fans don't want to see that, right? So, and this is, I'm just saying, hypothetically. So then Errol Spence would have been like, no, I don't want to fight Ocampo. Nobody knows who he is. I want to go take, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go take my talents and fight Terence Crawford. He said that's what the WBC championship was when he came out with it. Since then, he's changed that 50 times. We don't even know what it is. And he says the WBC cannot change hands, right? Can't put that on the line. That's what he said. So I'm getting to Errol Spence been the WBC champion for a while, right? I'm pretty sure if those were the rules, Errol Spence would have been like, okay, cool. I'm a petition, right? I'm a petition to be a franchise champion. That way, I don't have to worry about no name ass mandatory that pop up like a Ocampo again, right? So don't tell me that, oh, well, these fighters have to petition for it. What are they petitioning for? Like, for real, what are they exactly petitioning for? Because like I said, every time Mauricio Sulaiman comes on, he tells you that the WBC franchise belt, it means this. He tells you to be a franchise champion. Every time he get on camera, he tells you it means something different. So what are they petitioning for? If anybody can ask me that, answer me that, you know what I'm saying? Then we can get somewhere. That's all I'm saying. And hit my like button. Smash my like button. Makes no sense. If I'm gonna petition for something, what am I petitioning for a franchise belt for? Okay, what does it do? Am I petitioning just to have a belt that looks good and I'm paying you for it? Or what is it? I don't understand. Because accordingly, he changes what the rules of having the belt is accordingly. This dude ain't nothing but, he runs, the WBC is nothing but a dirty mob organization. That's all it is. They run it like, you know what I'm saying? You can't trust nothing they do or say. You know what I'm saying? They give you a bag and they tell you to come back with 27,000, right? You come back with 27,000 and then they're like, nah, it's 35,000. And you're like, you just told me to come back with your money and you said it was 27. I changed it. How are you going to change it when you told me when I took the bag, you told me to come back with 27,000. Now you upping the price to 35. I felt like it. Well, how are you going to do that? Because I said so. That's Mauricio Suleiman. That's what it is. Smooth Groove Boxing. Out of that Oak Cliff, what's happening with it? Well, Dundada, you said that they put Floyd's face on the belt. What does that supposed to mean? When Floyd has made them hundreds of millions of dollars. Floyd had made them probably $100 million. Floyd Mayweather has probably made them over $100 million. You better put his face on that mug. But that don't have nothing to do with nothing we talking about. Floyd Mayweather has been retired since 2015. Before 2015, he gave up all them belts. So at the end of the day, what does that have anything that we are talking about in 2021? Make it make sense. And like I said, I'm a time, you know what? If you say anything else, if it ain't coming on the panel and saying what you have to say to back up what you're saying, right? I'm going to drop a link again. If you say anything else, I'm timing you out. Ain't gonna be no more talking in the comments. Because I mean, I'm being more than fair. I'm dropping the link. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm dropping the link. You ain't got to do all of that side talking. What EJ told old boy? What EJ told old boy when he met up with Bud backstage at the Mo Hooker fight? Told old boy, man, shut up with all that side talking. Why you talking from the side? You ain't got to do all that side talking. You got to do all that side talking. The link is right there in the chat. And Sheena Queen, salute. What else? What else y'all want to cook on? What else y'all want to talk about and cook on today? And you know what I'm saying? Hit my like button. If you can't support the channel no other way, hit the like button. Smash on the like button. The Queen, Cassandra Mason, in the building. What's happening with it, Cassandra? If you can't support the channel no other way, hit the like button. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. The young homie 503 line. What's happening with it?
Man, what's up with it, bro? I'm
Oh
just trying to
man,
make sure that the link work, man. Boys doing a lot of talking, but they
right,
ain't pulling up.
bro. I mean, how much more fair can you be? If I'm in your chat 503, right, and I'm just typing away, and I got all the time in the world to type, right? Because I mean, it's easier to say what you have to say than type what you got to say, right? And I'm doing all the typing in the world. I'm saying everything I want to say, and you like, hey, Keith. Well, I want to give you a chance to explain what you're talking about. And then
Right.
all of a sudden, I don't want to grab the link, but I want to continue to type in your like, come on, what sense does that make?
Well, some people, they text us instead of talking. It's just like when you hollering at a chick and you just want to text all day, and she say, pull up on me, FaceTime me. Let me see what you're talking about. Boy,
I
the
mean,
energy change. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you
Everybody,
got a
every,
speech
everybody can't,
impediment, just say it. If you have
everybody
a
can't
speech
talk good, bro.
impediment, just say it. Huh?
Yeah, everybody can't talk, bro. You know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean,
If that was the case, bro, everybody trolls will have channels. You know what I'm saying?
right. But man,
And
we
I'm not trying to call nobody no troll or anything in the chat, but I'm just saying in general.
nah, and like I said, I rock with Dundada. But I mean, I do that to everybody. I didn't done that to you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't say it, and I'm like, hey, 503, I'm dropping a link. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you
Huh?
see, bro. That's just KT mentality. Like if you like, for instance, when you was on my channel Sunday, right, and I was talking all that shit about Floyd, you said, you
Right,
know what? I'm tired of doing all this talking. Give me the goddamn link. Everybody
right,
don't got your mentality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes cool with just going off in the chat.
right. Because
That's how
what's
I
that?
look
What
at it.
man? What's that clown ass nigga, man? Um, damn, what's his name? The dude that that sent BFTV a picture and shit half naked and shit of himself. Uh, Ronald Finkley, I think that's
Um,
it. Yeah, Ronald. So he was in here one day. I'm talking about he was just talking big shit about EJ, just typing all type of shit in the chat. I said, hey, bro, you know what? We could do a whole show, just me and you know what I'm saying? And we can get the smoke. All right, we could do that. We could do that. I'm with it. In the chat, he type it. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. You think he showed up?
nah.
And then he tried to show up a week later, and we like everybody like, where was you at? Ain't nobody forgot. Oh, I had to work that day. Nigga, if you don't stop lying, you knew if you had to work that day, you would have known the day before. You know what I'm saying? All right, but we know what it is, man. Zenith 360 right here in that super chat. Salute to you, Zenith. I appreciate you. And y'all hit the like button. He say, what's funny is based on Mauricio comment about Cambosos being undisputed, that would mean Canelo and Taylor isn't undisputed because they got the same belt Haney has. Right. Like this dude can't keep up. When you tell lie after lie after lie and you just make up shit on the fly, you can't keep up with it because it's not the truth. It's not facts. You don't know what you said last time because you just saying all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the truth and you sticking to one thing and you sticking with facts and you're not changing up what you saying from one interview to the next, well, you don't have a problem remembering what you said. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same shit every time. But yeah, 503. If you got something that you want to say on that, you know what I'm saying, you could rebuttal to that, or you could
Man,
talk about anything. It's open topic today. Until we get to the main subject. But until then, you know what I'm saying, it's open topic. Whatever you want to talk about.
it's like I heard you. I was listening to you. I'm still at work. I was listening to you, bro. And like you were saying about this shit with the WBC, bro. The WB and I got a video dropping about this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny that you talking about that. Because I'm getting tripped out on how the WBC is doing Devin Haney, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, oh, Teofimo undisputed and Cambosa's undisputed. How is these dudes being? How can they be undisputed fighting for the franchise belt? But I thought you couldn't fight for that. You know what I'm saying? But you got dudes that say, oh, the WBC ain't racist. Well, it seems like shit. They looking out for everybody over there that ain't non-black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I, I don't see no. Do you see any black franchise champions? Nope.
That's all I'm saying, 503.
Yeah,
That's what I was telling dude right now when he said, "Oh, they are corrupt, but it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with race." Well, what the fuck does it have to do with it?
exactly.
Make no
And
sense.
Dale Haney said some real shit that he said he'll go to Australia and they can fight for all of the belts and he can drop the undisputed belt and you can fight for my belt. You'll be the real undisputed champion. But you got dudes coming out saying, "Oh, Cambosa's already undisputed." How? How? How when it's two WBC champions? How is that, bro? That's like Tupac said, bro. These dudes want to keep causing confusion, bro. They want to cause confusion, man. That belt was made to cause confusion. It was made to protect Canelo. Now it protected Lomachenko. It protected Tio. Now y'all trying to protect Cambosa. And I don't even know if Cambosas want that shit. You know what I'm saying? But fucked up, bro. Fucked up, bro. I can't fuck with the WBC.
And
Can't
these
fuck with
fighters shouldn't be neither. Don Dada say he in class. You got it. All right. Well, if you in class, I'm gonna take you for your word, and I'm gonna let you slide this time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you got to come with some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Next time before you just throw some shit out. Um. Um. But anyway, I mean, all facts, man, all facts. And like I said, I'm gonna let 503 cook. You know what I'm saying? And then if anybody on here got something that they want to talk about, right, not pertaining to the main subject that I put in the comment section, because we're gonna tackle that. We gonna, you know what I'm saying, probably like 15 more minutes, we're gonna get into that. But you got something you wanna cook on?
Oh nah, yeah, shit. They didn't like that Napalm bomb I dropped yesterday on my show with that Gary James interview. Yeah, motherfuckers, I'm telling you, bro. Don't be. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bro. Don't be surprised if Errol Spence fight Ugas next. You know what I'm saying? It's
Let's
probably
talk about that. Let's talk
yeah.
about that because I think that the Errol Spence and Ugas, I think that me and you, I think we kind of we got a disagreement on that. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like what Knockout was saying, right? And I'm gonna explain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like 503 and correct me if I'm wrong. You said that you kind of you pretty much, you know, you cool if Errol Spence come fight Ugas right next. If Ugas has to basically relinquish his title that he has with the WBA because they trying to force him into a tournament. You dig? And then Errol Spence and Ugas fight with no belt on the line. And you pretty much said that you cool with that, and I'm pretty sure it's because you like, okay, that's a solid fight. That's
Right.
a you know what I'm saying? That's a solid fight.
I, I'm I'm gonna say this real quick. It's cool, bro. If him and Bud can't get in the ring, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. If him and Bud can't make the fight, then I don't see no problem with it.
Okay. So you saying that it's cool, it's a solid fight, and you know what I'm saying, you pretty much for it. Now, I see where you coming from, and I agree with you know what I'm saying, partly with what you saying. And salute to my man Emmanuel H in the building. What's happening with it? Salute. My man Ben Israel in the building. What's happening with it? J.A. Dixon, 817. I see you. So I agree with both of y'all, but it's like it's a tough. It's like, you know what I'm saying. You put them in the bind when you know, even when you talk about it, because I'm like, okay, well, if ain't no belt on the line, what is the point of fighting Ugas, right? And you know what I'm saying. And you said that you was only wanted to fight for titles, right? Even Derrick James said that EJ only want to fight for belts. So you go and fight Ugas, and it ain't no belt on the line because he relinquished his title. Well, that ain't fighting for a belt. But then on the other hand, right, it is a solid fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a great fight to come back to off of another injury, right? But then you got people saying, nah, like knockout say, if you're not fighting for no belt, I need you to make this Terence Crawford fight right away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your next fight needs to be Terence Crawford because that's the only other belt that's left out there besides the belt that Ugas has. But then I'm like, yeah, that's what you said you want to do, so I agree. But then another side of me is like, nah, I kind of want to see him have a fight in between fighting Terence Crawford because we're, you know what I'm saying, we know that the best is fighting the best at their absolute best. You see what I'm saying? EJ come in the ring and fight Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford just had a fight against Sean Porter, and then EJ, you know what I'm saying, by that time, he already been out of the ring over a year and a half again. You know what I'm saying? By the time they make that fight, he been out of the ring a year and a half or more. Then they go put him straight in the ring with Terence Crawford. Win, lose, or draw, I can't really say that the best was fighting the best at his best. So when I look at it in that, you know what I'm saying, in that sense, it's kind of like, I mean, yeah, him fighting Ugas with no belt on the line, that's cool. That's cool because I mean, you really let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Who really want to see him get in the ring with Terence Crawford off of a year and a half layoff or more? Can we really say, yeah, that was EJ at his best? Even if he do
Okay,
win.
so this is the problem that I have with you and what Knockout is saying, bro. It's Earl Spence is in a situation where he damn if he do, damn if he don't, bro. He can't win for losing with y'all because y'all want to see him in that with a title fight. It ain't
But
his fault, but
hold on. You just
no, 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 no.
said what I
Let
just
me.
said.
Oh
I
man.
said I
Okay.
agree with you because you don't want to. We don't want to. I don't really want to see him in the ring against Terence Crawford coming off a 15-month. I mean, a year and a half layoff or more. I'm agreeing with you. I said when I look at it in that light, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you just
Okay. But
skipped over everything I just said, 503. I'm agreeing with you because I just looked at it in that sense. I'm like, because if he does go and fight Terence Crawford coming off a year and a half or more, year and a half plus layoff, and get in the ring with Terence Crawford, win, lose, or draw, can we actually say that we saw the best fighting the best at their best? And you can't really say that because
so
they
so so
best.
so so you cool with him fighting Ugas with or without the belt. That's let's get to the meat and potatoes of this shit.
Right, because of that simple fact is because I want to see him get in the ring and perform right in a fight before he gets in the ring and perform against Crawford because I want to be able to say the best is fighting the best at their best, right? They both active and they both fighting each other at their best. So yeah, because of that sense, and Ugas ain't no pushover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ugas ain't no pushover, but I don't see Ugas as being the fighter that Terence Crawford is. I don't. So it's not a warm up, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you taking the
Yeah,
fight
talk.
in between to be able to polish up your skills, take some of the rust off, and Ugas is a hell of an opponent to be doing that against, just like Danny Garcia was. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm cool with it, but hey, just as long as we get the fight after that. Just as long as we get that fight after that, I'm cool with it, 503. And
My man.
salute to World Combat Sports. What's happening with it? And
Oh
my man
shit.
Batman,
Oh
What's
shit. Look
good,
what you
people? What's good? What's good?
what's
look what
happening
you
with
done
it?
started.
So let me. So you, since y'all just jumped on the panel, we got about like 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna get into the main, you know what I'm saying, the main topic. But until then, it's pretty much, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get off a topic, something that they want to talk about real fast that ain't got to do with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because when we get into that, we gonna tackle that like it's supposed to be tackled. Because it
So
was
what we on? What topic we on right now, Keon?
shit, whatever you want to talk about
So
besides
yeah,
Errol Spence
Terrence
and
should
Terence
be the A
Crawford.
side. Yeah, for
Oh,
real.
hold on. You didn't listen to what I said.
I just listened to it. I
You
purposely
got to
said Terrence should be
comprehend.
the A side.
Comprehension. I said we're gonna
He
get into
said
that in like
comprehensive. Come
five.
on, dog.
Come on. Hey, come on,
Hey,
Scotty.
hey,
You know what I'm
hey, hey,
saying?
hey, hey,
Hey,
Scotty, real quick. I got something I want to ask Scotty, man.
all right.
Your boy Michael Williams Jr. ain't he fighting next week, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, what's the update on him? How he looking at count? He ready?
Yeah, he having media day as we speak over there in his hometown because Top Rank was only promoting him for a little bit because he's on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? They promoting the big dogs, Lomachenko and Comey. But yeah, they have media day today with Roy Jones. I might have Roy Jones and the team on later.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking good, man. No injuries, anything like that. So,
Okay.
like we say, he gonna have to go in there and get it done.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, is this like a pre-draft fight? Like, you know what I'm saying? Possibly, if he wins, could he get signed with, you know what I'm saying, ESPN or Top Rank?
I don't know, man. Like I'm not making those decisions like that. So I'm definitely not
Yeah.
gonna sit up here and spread that to you and make it seem like it's bigger than what it is. I don't know, to be honest with you. I just know that
Okay.
he has an opportunity with Top Rank, and depending on how he look, what the results are,
Hmm.
they'll take it from there. His pops, Roy, and everybody else, they have, the role player, they have the positions to talk about that negotiation and all that.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Scotty, man, let me ask you a favor, man, and I'm gonna ask you in front of everybody. I ain't tripping about it. I ain't tripping about it. I know you talked to Roy. Man, if you could do me one favor, man, because that's my favorite fighter of all time. I didn't interview Roy, but I want to get him on the show. I would love. I don't really care about dudes coming on here and doing like, but Roy, like I would love to. So if you can put that word out for me, hey.
Oh no, no problem. On the one condition, tell me that Terence Crawford's the best welterweight in the game.
Here you go with that bullshit. Hey,
Come
he
on,
wanted
this is
to
the
be.
holiday
He
spirit,
hold
Keon.
on, I
Do
got you.
do unto others as
I
you will
got
have
you.
others do unto you, Keon.
Hey, I got you. He's one of the best welterweights in the game.
See, that's
Once he
not part
gets
of the condition.
hold on. Once he get in the once him and Errol Spence get in the ring with each other, then we'll find that out. That's what I'll
It's
say.
unacceptable. That's not what I was asking for, but
Hey, you
comprehensive is
going to the
comprehension is
bullshit,
everything.
Scotty.
That Keon, comprehension is everything, ain't it?
Hey, but I told you, I said, Scotty, we gonna talk about. Give me a subject that don't have nothing to do with Errol Spence and Terence
So y'all
Crawford.
was
And the
talking about.
first thing you say is Terence Crawford is A side. We gonna talk about that because we gonna get into that topic. And if Drico Bay, I know Drico might be at work. And salute to my brother Drico. If you ain't at work, you know what I'm saying, you can hop on the panel too. Let me know. Because we got some things to clear up. But
Hey, I want to say appreciate 503 for even asking about Michael Williams Jr. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? He's still building his name up, and this is the biggest fight of his career.
Yeah, man. Michael Williams, man.
Man,
I
man.
like him because he
Yeah.
got a lot of he got a lot of swag. He
Mm-hmm.
exciting watching the ring, and he put on he makes sure that he puts on the performance. You know.
Yeah, man. I love Scotty Channel because you highlight the guys that don't really got no light. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate, dudes like you who really on the ground fucking with these prospects and kind of loco too. And all of the brothers that, highlight these young and up and coming prospects, man. I always salute dudes who do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a dude like Michael and his opponent, man, they like the future of boxing. You know, so
Yeah,
I
man,
fuck
it's
with it.
really nothing bad to say about John Bowser, man. Um, I wish them both the best, man. Of course, I'm going for Michael Williams Jr. It's gonna be a good fight come 11.
Absolutely, shit. And we also got my man Batman on here, shit, and his little brother, little Gary Antonio, they the future. So shit, I'm fucking with all that shit.
Absolutely.
Goddamn
Yes,
right.
sir. Batman, what's happening?
Yo, what's up,
You
y'all?
got it. You got it. Before we
So,
tackle
Batman.
this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford situation, what's being said recently, you got anything else another topic you want to touch?
Uh,
I I I'm not sure what y'all was talking about before I got on here. I heard Usyk name. I heard Errol Spence not coming back. It's not a good idea for him to come back and fight. I mean, I mean, it's not a good idea for him to fight Terence Crawford. So him fighting Ugas will be good. I'm not sure. I got in on the tail end of it.
Nah, it was just I don't know how it was brought up, but it was just like because basically, so I touch up, I'll bring you to up to date. We weren't really even talking about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, but it was just like something that was stated about uh Errol Spence might fight Ugas next. That's what 503 said, right? And then I had brought up the point, I was like, well, at first I didn't agree with that because Errol Spence because Derek James has said that Errol Spence only wants to fight a champion next. So I said the only champion is Ugas, right? And we know that he can't fight Ugas for no belt, right? And Terence Crawford. And I said, so basically what Knockout was saying, he's been on record saying that he don't want to see him fight Ugas, right? Because Ugas, if he fight Ugas with no belt, then it's pointless because he said what he wanted to do. And fighting Ugas with no belt ain't what he said he wanted to do, right? And I said, initially, I agreed with Knockout. I said, but now that I really, really dug into it, right? I don't have a problem with him fighting Ugas with no belt if Ugas has to drop the title because I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fighting each other at their absolute best. The best fighting the best at their best. And I don't think nobody on the panel can say that win, lose, or draw, Errol Spence is at his best coming off a year and a half or more layoff, right? T Bibbs, you could grab the link too. This link is for my man Drico and T Bibbs. So that's why. So I was saying. So I don't have a problem when I look at it that way. I don't have a problem him going in there and fighting Ugas. In a fight before he fights Terence Crawford, just as long as he fights Terence Crawford right after that, right? So that was what was said. We wasn't really talking about that because we were finna tackle that right after Batman. If Batman, you got anything that you want to talk about? Any other topics? Real
man,
quick.
I'll talk about this, man. Motherfucker, boxing need to stop, man, protecting these
Put
fighters.
your volume up a little bit.
My volume down.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, you better.
I mean, motherfucking boxing need to stop, man. Uh, with this favoritism shit, man. Cause at 140, man, when Josh Taylor was 14 to 0, he got his opportunity to start scrapping with them big dogs, man. They need to give my little brother the same opportunities, man. He an Olympian just as well as Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was a what, 2012 Olympian?
Right.
My brother was a 2016 Olympian. He need the same respect all these other Olympians getting, man.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna do our part to fix that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do our part to fix that real soon.
I
Even
agree with Batman.
even though he don't speak and talk shit, he's an exciting fighter.
That
But
dude is very woke too. Antoine, a woke individual. I'll tell you that. I had
right,
like an hour plus
but
conversation
but
when we was in at the Barclay.
he really is. But Batman, you gotta let him know he has to help us do our part to fix that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm on board. So
Yeah, I mean, that's true though, but I know Josh Taylor and none of them ain't had to do their part. But I'm just saying, you
You
know what
right,
I'm saying?
you right, but you know what I'm saying. Who is Josh Taylor name? I'm talking about as far as getting his name out there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm talking about when he was a 14-0 fighter, his name wasn't ringing bells. He just came on the scene.
But nobody knew who Josh Taylor was, though. Really,
That's
in
what I'm
America.
saying.
But you gotta understand this too, Batman. Josh Taylor was in the World Boxing Super Series too, bro. You
But
know what I'm
listen, what
saying?
I'm
And he
saying,
fought.
he was
Yeah,
14-0 and got his opportunity to be in that Super Series.
right.
Right.
Yeah, he had what's that nigga? What's that dude name from Ireland behind him? Barry McGuigan. They used to be his promoter. You know what I'm saying? He used to be promoted by Barry and trained by Shane, so they had a lot of pull over there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, so they played the politics shit right.
Yeah, that's
You know what
why.
I'm saying?
And Antoine was fucking I forget the nigga name, man. Al Heyman. See, I was about to call him something else, man. But Al Heyman supposed to be one of the biggest men that's supposed to be for black fighters, but that's all I see. He do shit for certain black fighters and a lot of Mexicans, man.
Mm. Is your little brother ranked right now? Is he like? Do he got a high ranking in the ranking system?
He was right. He just man, they just dropped him out the joint. He was number 4. They dropped him out the joint.
Wow,
Why they
man.
do that, Batman?
Man, I don't know, Scotty. Somebody got called the
Okay.
WBA.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
got you.
WBA did that. Okay.
Yeah, but the nigga that fought the man that fought Barrios when he was 7-0, he's still ranked. And he ain't fought since. Now he fought one more time, but he ain't fought since. He ain't fought in like
Oh
a
yeah,
couple of months. He's still
yeah.
at
He
the
fought.
number 2.
He fought on the Tank undercard. I know who you're talking about.
Hey,
I know who you're
Ah,
talking about.
Who do
so
you think would be a good matchup with 140 with Antoine?
any one of them.
What
Whoever.
about what
Mm,
about Edwards Rodriguez that used to be top ranked? Now he with PBC.
Man, I want I want
mm.
I want Regis for
That's a
real.
good ass fight.
You
Ooh,
know
that's a
Regis
better
gonna
fight,
start.
bro.
Regis gonna start talking that money and all this other crap, man. You know how
I mean,
Regis
they
gonna
should
do.
give it to him. I mean, he deserved it. They should give it to him.
I'm talking about for your brother though.
They should give it to him. It's going to be
Okay.
a hell of a no. Everybody want exciting fights, right?
Absolutely.
I know
so
my little brother ain't gonna back down and not give y'all no exciting fight. It's not gonna be boom.
right. I think you know what I'm saying. Antoine Russell, he's like he's like the to me. Antoine Russell right now, he's like the what's his name? Jerron Boots Ennis at 140 pounds, right? And I'm
He's not.
saying this,
He's
I'm
not.
not saying because they have the same fighting style. I'm saying because everybody know the motherfucker problem, and we ain't trying to get in the ring with him unless y'all
He's in
pay
no
us a
hurry.
boatload of money. And you know what I'm saying? And it's a fucked up situation. So all we can do now, right? All we can do, because this where it's at right here on YouTube, right? I don't know why these fighters don't understand that. All we can do is push his name out there, right? To where then they don't have no choice but to see that. Because it's
But
easy to say, wait, hold on.
go ahead.
Because it's easy for the promoters, for the fans and everybody say, well, how does he deserve a fight with such and such? Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is. What's up? What up, Drico? And what's good with you, Mo?
Nah, shit was good, baby.
What's happening? What's good, Drico? You on mute, Drico? I see you saying,
Oh, no. I was agreeing with you, bro. How y'all
oh,
doing on the
okay.
panel?
Okay.
What's up,
So
Drake?
so so it's easy to say,
Hey,
well,
hey.
why does he deserve such as nobody know who he is? And we could use all Josh Taylor and this, all of that. We could use all of those, but Josh Taylor had a whole country behind him, right? So his country knew who he was. He had a whole country behind him. He was an Olympian, right? It's not the same for everybody, and we know that. So we got to stop with this, oh, well, but they did it for such and such. No, it don't matter. We know that it doesn't, that they don't use the same rules for everybody, right? They don't give the same favoritism for everybody. So it's on, you know what I'm saying? It's on them to do their part. If you know what I'm saying? Hey, if the door ain't open, you got to kick that motherfucker down. Straight up.
All right, cool.
You can't just sit back with your
I understand all that.
legs crossed, like,
Tank,
oh,
listen,
well,
listen,
cool.
listen. Tank ain't boost himself up. YouTube and y'all and a couple of y'all dudes did it. Who else don't talk? Who else don't talk?
What is you talking about, Batman? Tank is with Floyd Mayweather.
I'm just saying. Who else?
No, you can't say that. Tank is with Floyd Mayweather.
Batman, you gotta understand something. But hold on, Keon. Even before that, bro, Tank was with Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Tank was best friends with Adrian Broner, bro. So he had a boost. Then he got with Floyd, and that's the cheat code right there. You know what I'm saying? Because he was with AB when AB was AB, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Adrian introduced Tank to Floyd.
Exactly, bro.
Man, and then his name got popping off that. All right, cool. But niggas know what's going on for real.
Bro, we can talk about this shit till our face turn blue, Batman. But if they get around and they don't do nothing about it, it's not gonna do nothing. That's all I'm saying. If they keep sitting around and they're not talking and they're not saying nothing,
Antonio need not to say nothing because they still under contract. They need not to bash nobody over there because they still under contract.
Okay, bet. Let's see where they get with that. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
if we saying cool. Okay, hold on.
I'm the one on here telling niggas what they doing to them. So
yeah, but I'm telling you, if they sitting around and we like, okay, let's get them on the panel. Let's get them on the panel and let's get them out there and you know what I'm saying, so they can stay in everybody's face. So the people start talking about them and they ain't doing it. Well, what you want to do,
man? Like I said, man,
make it make sense.
It's not a good time because Pops just went back in the hospital. I'm just chilling right now because I gotta go pick up my son. After I pick up my son, I'm about to go to the hospital. So it's a lot of shit going on, but it's still, I'm just mad right now because nigga, this nigga was an Olympian. He represented this country and everything, but now they trying to turn him into a 1-year fighter. They trying to turn him into what they establishing Gary is now. Y'all don't even see that shit.
I see it, but
nah, man, you tripping, bro. You tripping, bro. We see that shit. I just made a video about your little brother and all them killers at 140, and he in that conversation, but he ain't doing himself no justice, bro, by just being like not saying nothing about the shit, bro. Because you the only one fighting for him, bro. It's gonna take a joint effort. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it by yourself, bro. But we definitely feel what you're saying. I want to see Gary back in the ring.
Huh?
Yeah, nah, you is. But I'm just saying, it's gonna take a joint effort, bro. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. You know what I'm talking about?
It's gonna take a joint effort from everybody. If he under contract and he keep bashing and he start bashing Al Heyman, what's that's gonna do?
Bro, nobody's telling him to bash nobody.
I mean, that's what
he
gonna
do. Bashing
no. Oh no, bro.
I mean, that's what he's gonna have to do because that's who don't.
You don't have to get on nobody's panel and bash Al Heyman. We said to get on here and put his name out there, talk about these other fighters, let everybody see your face, but he don't want to do that. So what are we supposed to do?
When Gary do it, he get punished even more. They seen it when Gary went on.
When Gary was doing it, everybody was talking about Gary.
He got punished, but he got punished even more.
When Gary was doing it, everybody was like, "Damn, we want to see Gary in the ring."
But he got
Keon, it didn't get him nowhere, man. He still stayed in place, dog.
Because whatever happened between him and Bill
Floyd,
and them with that contract, that's between them. But you know what I'm saying? If Bill had, from what they saying, if the contract was right, it would have got him a big ass fight with Devin Haney.
Yeah, and they did what they did, and he had to go back to who he do business with.
Okay, but at the end of the day, don't say it didn't. It like nobody was, you know what I'm saying, looking. It didn't get him nowhere. Everybody was talking about Gary Russell. Before that, nobody was talking about whatever. All right, keep doing what they doing. Keep doing it how y'all want to do it. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm telling you, it didn't get him nowhere.
All right, bet.
It got him 2 years out. It got him 2 years out the ring.
All I'm saying is keep doing it.
But I'm telling you, it got him 2 years out the ring.
How y'all doing it? And we're going to see where they move.
It got him 2 years out the ring.
Bro, okay, bet. That's
when
all I mean.
When Devin Haney was the hottest shit on fucking YouTube. And Bill Haney ain't sent the right paperwork over. My father got sick, so they stopped dealing with the situation. It got him 2 years out the ring because he had to go back and do business with Al Heyman. And Al Heyman on some bullshit. But you know, he said it himself on, if you go back and because I was trying to get him to say it when we was on Fred's show. The last time we was on Fred's show. But he wouldn't come out and just say it.
Batman. This is all I'm saying, right? This is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? He needs to be on here, right? This is all I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying. He needs to be on here, right? Every now and then, going to some of our panels, going to some of these shows, and keeping his name out there and keeping his face out there, so the fans, we ain't talking about what Al Heyman in there, so the fans start demanding to see him in the ring, right? So he keep his name out there with the fans. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know why we arguing about this shit.
I know that super chat is truly a $2 super chat. That's a $2 super chat. Hey, that's really is. That Jay comment Cooley right there is $2 super chat.
My man Jay Cooley from my hometown, Arkansas, in the building. He said,
we can start talking about Earl
he says to Bud and his fans, EJ has 2 belts. That alone is 60-40. So
appreciate it, Jay Cooley. That's really a $2 super chat. Appreciate it.
That's all I'm saying. I don't even know what the argument was, but I mean, like anyway, but like I said, we all gonna try to do our part, you know, to keep his name out there. In you know,
Ken, I want to ask Batman this because I feel the pain in his voice. I just want to ask you this, bro, and I'm gonna leave the situation alone because, like I say, I'm a fan of the Russell family, and I fuck with him, and I do want to see him fight. But by your pops being, you know, sick right now, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all dealing with a lot. Don't that got a lot to do with Gary not fighting? Because from what the fans saw and from what the internet is seeing, they didn't mandated like 2 fights for Gary, but that they saying that he can't take the fights because of your pops or whatever. Is that true?
They ain't say that. They ain't take. He been mandated by with what's his name?
Vargas and the other dude, Mayasa or whatever the fuck his name
is. He gonna fight Mayasa next year.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. He about to fight next year. He should have fought this year. Fucking Vargas, right. The WBC ordered him to fight Vargas, but let Vargas fight somebody else.
Right. Okay. That's all I wanted. Okay. Go ahead, Keon.
So we go. So this is what we're gonna tackle right now. And salute to everybody in the building. We got my man Drico Bay came in. We got my man Kwame East, Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. We got my man Mo Bibbs in the building. So we're gonna tackle this. And this comes from Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. Y'all need to go see that live stream that they put on last night because that shit fire. But this comes from my man Drico Bay, Kwame East, and Mo Bibbs. It comes from Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. They channel over there, and it was a lot said. So we're gonna tackle some of the things that were said over there. But one of the things I want to tackle, the first thing I want to tackle, it ain't gonna be no talking. Everybody gonna say what they gotta say. All right. I don't want to because I don't want to hear all that talking over the next man, and because then can't nobody get no point out, and nobody can hear shit. Straight
Bingo.
up. So everybody gonna say what they gotta say. Hold on. Drico say resend the link. I got it. I got you, Drico. I thought you was in the building. Shit. There you go, Drico. So we gonna get it jumping. Let me wait till Drico to get in the building. So you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody miss nothing. Drico, come on, we waiting on you.
Yeah, tell Drico I emailed him the link too, because that's sometimes he needed through
Yeah,
emails. So I
he been
emailed it to
getting
him.
the email.
Okay, I think there he is right there. Okay, there go Drake. Okay, bet. So one of the things that was said is right, is that Travion Crawford, Terence Crawford nephew, that's with him every day. He was speaking on his behalf. Bomac actually came in the live also, but Travion Crawford said that they are the A side. He says, we are the A side, and Errol Spence dictates no terms at all. We are the A side. That's what he said to my brother BFTB. Errol Spence, when we start negotiating, we're the A side, and Errol Spence can't dictate no terms. Now, when you hear that, because they like we a free agent too. We free agents, right? So my man BFTB said, so what's the problem then? So why y'all ain't sent the man no contract? Send him a contract. Where's the contract? Now, this is gonna be a problem when negotiations start. When they start to come to the table to negotiate, this is gonna be a problem if they really think that they're the A side. Because can't nobody on this panel, right? Scotty, Drico, Mo, nobody on this panel can back up saying that he the A side. And that his accolades, that don't mean shit when it comes to doing business. Nobody can give me no type of facts to show that he's an A side. A side meaning that he sends out the contract, he dictates the terms, and Errol Spence has to really, you know what I'm saying, he has to make the choice if he want to go with the terms that Terence Crawford is dictating in the contract that he sends out. What fucking planet are y'all on? How's he the A side? Explain that to me. So first, I'm going to go with my man Drico Bay. Explain how Terence Crawford is the A side. That's what your man said.
I can't. I can only go by what he feel. As far as what he done in his accolades at 140 and coming up to 147, I think he feels like he accomplished more in the sport. I feel like he said he feels like he got more belts. He feel like he got more trophies. He feel like he more talented. So that's the only thing that I can think of to put forth the argument towards him saying that he is the A side. You know what I mean? I mean, I think it's cold, or I think, what I think don't count. But you didn't ask me that. But that's what I think. He going by what he's done at 140 and also at 147 now. 6 year straight knockouts, 100% knockouts at 147, 6 world titles, 3 divisions, and he's just going off of that.
Okay. All right. Bet. Okay, cool. So since he's the A side in his brain and everybody around him don't want to tell him the truth, obviously, and I'm talking to you two too. I'm talking to you too, Drico. You don't want to, that's your man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, Bud is, you know what I'm saying? Bud and Drico, they tight. You know what I'm saying? They have a personal relationship off of this YouTube, right? So all of his people, including Drico, nobody wants to tell him, hey, you really not the A side. So you know what I'm saying? He is the A side. So don't nobody want to tell him the truth, right? So since in his own mind and in the whole camp mind that he's the A side, let's say this. Answer this question then, and then I'm gonna pass it to Mo. Answer this question.
Can I say one thing,
when
though,
is he
brother?
gonna get a lawyer to write up a contract to send Errol Spence the contract? Because we never got to the bottom of that last night. Since he's the A side and he is the free agent, then he has to get a lawyer to write up a contract and he has to send it to Errol Spence. So when is that gonna happen?
Yo, bro, can I say one thing? We never talked about like when he never said it was the A side to me. So he never said that to me.
But he's saying it to them. He might have not said it to you, but he's saying it to them.
Yeah, but I can only comment what he's saying to me. You know what I'm saying?
But they all saying the same thing. He said, if we've actually heard him say it on camera, right? We've actually heard him say that on camera. He said that, right? And then his nephew that's with him, ain't Travion basically with him every day?
Right.
Right, okay. So that's with him, his nephew that's with him every day, that's walking to the ring, that's with him everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If they in the gym, Travion there training with him. If they playing ball, they playing ball together. So Travion just last night on your channel, on you and Kwame channel, said, hey, he is the A side. Errol Spence don't dictate nothing. So if that's the case, I want to know when are they gonna send out that contract to Errol Spence? Since if Errol Spence is the B side and he the A side, and Errol Spence can't dictate nothing, well, Al Hammond and Errol Spence can't give Terence Crawford no offer. That's just like saying that such and such could give Mayweather an offer. No, Mayweather and them, they send the offers out. So I'm saying, when they gonna send that contract?
Me?
Huh?
Or you talking to me, or who was you talking to?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, we talk, but we don't talk like like the business. Matter of fact, we rarely talk boxing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every so often it come up, but when he do talk, he said that he gonna beat Earl, and he tired of chasing him and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So he don't really talk about like the contracts and money and stuff like that.
Him chasing Earl, that's a lie. When I broke down, I did that whole show so they could stop running around with that lie. I mean, I didn't spill nothing but facts. So we don't even got to get into that. That's a whole nother subject. But Zenith, let me get to the super chat. Zenith 360 off in the building. What's happening with it? He says, so basically, they don't know the definition of A side. And salute to you, Zenith, always coming through showing love. And my dude, Damon Daniels off in the super chat. He says, in business, it's not what you work, it's what you negotiate. You have to start high and work from there. I wouldn't accept 40% from the jump either. Well, I mean, when you shut it down and say, you know what I'm saying, when you shut it down and you don't put nothing out there, but it's 50-50 or 60-40 my way, well, I mean, that's basically he negotiating. He said he wouldn't take it nothing less than 50-50, right? But the numbers don't like this, Drico. And then I'm gonna give it to Mo, and then I'm gonna go up top, and we're gonna go around the circle. I'm gonna go to 503, and then we're gonna go around like that. I'm gonna say this, right? If me and you start a business together, right? And I put in, or say you put in 80% of the money, right? Off rip. And I put in 20%. And then when when the money comes in the business, right? When the money start pouring in, are you going to give me 50-50?
Well, it's the dynamics of it too. You got to think.
You, it's a yes or no. Are you going to give me 50-50?
You got to think of it like this. Even though you might have started the business, what if I was in that business for 10 years longer than you? and then you come along with an idea, then we take it to another level, but we're in the same business. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, bro, it's simple. You moving the goalposts. It's
Right.
simple. I'm saying that if me and you start a business together,
Oh, if
if
we
I
start a
only
business
have,
together, yeah, you deserve that portion. If it's yours, it's yours.
Can I ask a question, Keon, real quick?
yeah,
Yeah, I think a better way to even phrase that is if if two people are going into business, right, and they're in the same type of business, and one person has 100,000 customers when they merge, and the other person have 40,000 customers when they merge, right? Now, if this is what's known before they go into business, and the person who has the 40,000 customers is telling the person with 100,000 customers, either we split this shit straight down the middle, or we can't go into business together. Does that make any sense at all? It
Me?
doesn't. Yeah, Drico. I'm asking. Yeah,
No, it don't make any sense. But you only gonna get what you negotiate, bro.
facts.
What
So,
would
so
Canelo get 35 million if he didn't say I want 35 million? Would
eh,
they have given it to him?
facts, and I could appreciate that, but just like the brother, I think Damon said in the super chat is that he wouldn't take it first, but you can't shut down all negotiations and say that it's either this way or it ain't happening, and then this shit is behind me, and then be in the media telling people this person's scared of you when all the facts show that you don't even have a leg to stand on for you to say it's like this, or we don't
and
negotiate.
Kwame, we gonna get to you. We gonna get to you, Kwame. I mean, man,
Okay.
we pass it to because Drico he couldn't answer that because I mean you can't. Maybe my man Mo, maybe he can make some sense of it because y'all got to make this make sense to me, and I'm asking them first, and then like I said, I'm gonna move around the panel because it was y'all show. You know what I'm saying? Then and then so I already I mean Mo, can you
Hit me with the question again, bro.
so since Bud Crawford and his team say that they are the A side, and Errol Spence dictates no terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since they think that, and nobody around them want to tell them like, yeah, you're not the A side, right? Because y'all can keep talking accolades this and accolades that. That doesn't mean shit, right? That doesn't mean nothing, fucking at all. You know what I'm saying? And we could give you a million examples why that don't mean nothing. Because they don't accolades when they go and look at them books and open up them books and who put what in the seats and who generated what money, they don't say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Even though Bud, you know what I'm saying, he's in the negative, we're still going to give him, as much money as Errol Spence because of his accolades. That doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? This is not the UFC. We don't have one president running over all boxing. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Dana White don't even work like that. So since they think that they're the A side and they own brains, make it make sense to me. So when are they going to send the contract? You know what I'm saying? Because since Errol Spence is the B side, well, him nor Al Hammond can send Terence Crawford a contract. A B side can't send the A side a contract. So when it's Terence Crawford first, he has to come out with T Bud Promotions, right? He ain't even did that yet. So when is he gonna come out with T Bud Promotion and then have a lawyer send over the contract to Errol Spence and his team?
Now I can't answer that because I don't know. I don't think nobody on this panel knows.
Is he the A side?
I don't think he's the A side. I never said that.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, yeah. I never said he was the A side. Yeah, so I don't think he's the A side, but I can't fault the man for thinking that he is the A side or he want what he want.
Well, okay. He says he's the A side because of his accolades. Can y'all give me one example to where a fighter got more money just off of his accolades when he was facing a fighter that actually put more asses in the seats?
I can't give you one, but I can say this: that is a part of negotiating. with the accolades. They do throw that in there.
So
But
when
you're correct on what you're saying.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm looking forward to Terence Crawford sending over that contract where Errol Spence can start negotiating with him, since he is the A side. Since that's
If
what
that's
he
the
said.
case, you know I'm with you, because I want to see the fight. And to save your show from what happened last night, we don't even got to stay on that send a contract long, because we all get that. So if the contract is sent, I'm ready to see it. I know y'all ready to see it, and shit, let's get it.
And let me get to this super chat real quick, and then I'm gonna pass it to 503, and then we just go, continue to go around. Then we're gonna get into some more things that was said. Demond Daniels in the super chat once again, salute to you, appreciate it. He said it's a lot of pride involved. We all know Errol is Bud's biggest payday, and vice versa. It's not on Bud, it's on both fighters to make the fight. And I agree with you. But it has a lot to do with Bud if he don't want to let go of his ego, right? And realize, like, hey, well, because they making excuses. Oh, well, my pay-per-view would have did a lot more, but it was on the app. Okay, well, Errol Spence's shit was on the app too. You had to go on the Fox Sports app to order the pay-per-view. So what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we would have did way more numbers than Errol if it wasn't on the app. People didn't know how to download. People didn't know how to buy the app or download the app. That sounds good, but like I said, once again, Errol, I had to download the Fox Sports pay-per-view app to get his pay-per-view. So what are we talking about here? Uppercuts Boxing Nation says, it's salute to you, Uppercuts, off in the building. Salute to you. He says fans pay their money to watch the fighters, not the accolades. Not their accolades, right?
The accolades is part of the fight.
But so 503, what's good? Make some of this make sense to me, 503.
Well, I want to say this, bro. First of all, salute to Kwame, you know what I'm saying, and the Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk family for even being able to put that, you know what I'm saying, great show together last night to even have this dialogue that we had. And that's first things first.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Because, without that, we probably will be talking about something else. So you got to get them brothers they flowers for that. And to me, I think Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk is probably one of the most balanced, you know what I'm saying, boxing groups out there on the internet, period. But to me, Keon, bro, this shit it really don't make sense. None of it really does, because we don't know what's Bud's next move. We really don't know what's EJ's next move. Like me and you, before all the brothers jumped on, we were saying how Derek James say he possibly gonna be fighting Ugaz next. Bud has not put himself in position to even make the quote unquote contract offer or you know what I'm saying, the term sheet or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's really we really scrambling right now. And all we can go off of is what the brothers put together last night for us, which was a great show. But in my honest opinion, I haven't watched the whole thing. I just seen like a clip of it. I think Team Bud feel like they bring something to the table, and like the brother said in the super chat, you know what I'm saying, you got to negotiate, you got to start high, and work your way to something in the middle. That's really the only thing that we can go off of right now, because we all want to see the fight, bro. And I'm at the point to where if Earl gotta, give in the 50-50, if Bud gotta give in the 50-50, then just do the shit 50-50, bro. Bro, they're gonna make money. That fight is gonna generate money. Now, how much money? I don't fucking know. But Bud and Errol Spence walk away with a bag full of money, and all these guys on the panel in the chat room gonna walk away satisfied, because we got to see the fight that we've been wanting to see for years, bro. And I know some
503. Let me say something now. I hear all of that, right? But Bud is saying that they don't dictate no terms. This is the bottom line of the question. Bud is saying that they don't dictate, that Errol Spence dictate no terms. They are the A side. Now the reason we just
but Keon,
when
Keon,
they
you saying
start
that?
negotiating, this is gonna be a problem.
Keon, you saying that, bro? But you basing that off of what his little nephew was saying, bro. He don't. He
Okay, so
don't.
you
He,
think his little nephew just saying it and he ain't saying it? I'm basing it off of what I've heard from Terence Crawford also, and I've heard from
okay.
Bernie also. I'm basing it off of what I heard from Crawford, his nephew, and his other family, and Bo Mack. So that's what Bo Mack, his manager. That's what I'm basing it off of.
I feel you, bro. But until we see Terence Crawford say something about it, bro, it's all speculation to me.
I've heard Terence Crawford say that. That's what I'm saying. And
Okay.
obviously, since he said it, ain't nothing changed. They still feel that way. So and the reason that we're talking about this because this is boxing in 2021, right?
Right.
When they go to negotiate, this is the topic that's going to be a problem between them.
I think when Bud said they don't control nothing, or they say they don't control nothing, which they don't. Bud don't control nothing over the Spencers. Spencers don't control what Bud moves is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we're talking about. But we joining the two together and putting it into a big ball and putting it out there, the information at the same time. So it appeared to be twisted and convoluted. But I think that's what Bud means when he say they don't run nothing over here, meaning now that Spence want to negotiate, we ain't got to negotiate. I run my ship just like he run his ship. That's what I think.
All right. Well, let me read this. Let me read this super chat, and I'm gonna let 503. You know what I'm saying? Finish. Then we're gonna go to Scotty. Zen 360. What's happening with it in that super chat? Always coming through, showing love, man. Much appreciated. He says, "How you shutting down offers and not sending offers?" And he says, and got the nerve to say someone ducking you. He says splits are determined by percentage of sales. Bud split based is 20%. He says Bud split based on that is 20%. Turning down 40 is a duck. I wouldn't call it him ducking. And salute to you once again, Zen. I wouldn't call it him ducking, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, as men, your ego get in the way. And I think it has everything to do with his ego. But go ahead, 503.
Listen, man. Like I said, bro. At the end of the day, man, all the egos got to be pushed aside, bro. Bo Mac, Bud, EJ, Derek, all need to come together. You know what I'm saying, and get this fight done. Uh, I think it's a good fight. But do I think it's gonna happen next? Probably not, bro. Because Errol Spence is gonna start training camp, and we don't know who he's fighting. I'm assuming it's guys, but I think right after that, bro, they gotta work this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, my sentiments for another topic, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
Right. I agree with you absolutely 1,000%. Scotty, what's happening with it?
Yeah, what's up?
So what's up? So I know you pretty much feel Bud is the A side. So
I'm just trying to find out the criteria that leverages Errol Spence to be the A side. Just because if we're eliminating accolades, right? What is the leverage? What is the criteria that Errol Spence? Because you have, let's just say this. Let's take away the titles of welterweight with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. What is the secondary criteria that we base an A side, B side on? It's about preference, right? So if we're not using materials that we're presented with, such as the championship belts, what are we basing it off?
What?
Are you really seriously asking that question? What are
Yeah, I'm
I
just
understand
saying
what he's saying.
trolling me,
we
or
have
you
a
really asking
I
that
can see his
question?
point too.
no. Check this out. You keep saying accolades don't matter. Accolades don't matter. So when it
Not
comes
when
to
it
A
comes to
side, B side.
business.
Now let me finish, Keon.
Go
Okay, we
ahead.
can talk about business all day long, but titles and accolades mean a lot in
Matter.
boxing. It has a lot to
Yes.
do with what a fighter get paid. Or else a fighter wouldn't give a damn about getting titles. They just run through this mug, kicking cans all their career and just fighting whoever. But in this particular scenario, if you take away the titles of Errol Spence at welterweight and you take away Terence Crawford title, the WBO, what's the secondary point of leveraging who is the A side, B side of these fighters are linking up. They're linking up because of championships, right? They both on the pound for pound list. So my question is, since A side, B side, y'all have a problem with Terence Crawford saying, Errol don't dictate shit. So let's just do away with the accolades of the titles at welterweight. A clean slate. What is the secondary leverage point that we're going to use to determine who's the A side, B side?
You asking me a question, or are you
asking anybody?
Okay, I'll answer that. Right.
And give me time to rebuttal too, there, Keon.
Right. Yeah, of course. Titles, nothing else on the line. Just put them in the ring, right? You got Errol Spence, you got Terence Crawford, no titles on the line because we taking all that shit away, right? Now we're going to who generates the most money, right? Who generates the most money? Okay, well, they both have done, let me see what. Terence Crawford has done what? How many pay-per-views? 3. He done 3 pay-per-views. Errol Spence has done 3 pay-per-views, right? They both done 3 pay-per-views. If my numbers, right, the money I bring in is fucking tripling yours, probably more than that. You know what I'm saying? At least tripling yours. That means I done ran around you, lapped you once, lapped you again, and lapped you again. How you gonna how are you gonna stand on the first place podium with me if I didn't lap you 3 times already? So that's what we're basing it off. When they open up those books and they look at the numbers and they, okay, well, he can generate this amount because he showed it time and time again. But then when we put him in the same position, damn, we coming out in the red. Every time we put him in the same position, we coming out in the red. So we know if we put y'all together and y'all fight, more people are going to come to see you because you've proven that people going to pay to see you. He not proving that. They want to make excuses. Oh, well, it was on the app. Well, Errol Spence's shit was on the app too. The Fox Sports app. ESPN app is much bigger. ESPN is the biggest sporting network in the U.S. Period. Hands down. So miss me with them excuses. So like I said, it's simple as that. It's as simple as that. He generates way more money. And that's not we think, that's a fact. That is a fact.
Can I respond now?
Go ahead.
Okay, Keon, obviously you want to listen to what I stated. All right.
I heard exactly.
Comprehension is everything.
I answered exactly what you said.
Comprehension is everything.
You said,
so basically, let me split this down. Let me break this down even further. You want to bring in PPV, right?
Straight up.
But why is Errol Spence PPV numbers coming up if we wipe away the titles? You wipe away the titles, it's no PPV unless it's a popularity who he fought. Now
you're just talking.
No, hold up. You have to allow me
this shit is stupid.
To express this shit.
Like PPV, it is.
You're talking about PPV with no titles. We said we're gonna eliminate the titles. So we want to look. We want to then talk about numbers he made as a champion.
What?
As a champion, we doing away with titles. So now we're talking about PPV numbers he made as a champion. I thought we did away with the titles. So like I said before, if we're doing away with the titles, with the titles come PPV. With the titles come PPV. Okay, will come numbers. So it's not, nobody on this panel can say what Errol Spence would have made PPV without the titles. So we're doing away with the titles, fellas. What is the secondary leverage point of these two fighters for the A side, B side?
Okay, what if Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali had to fought each other?
Bro, stick to the welterweight division, Keon. You have a hard time focusing, goddammit.
What if Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson?
We ain't talking about Muhammad Ali. He in the grave, dog.
And then you ain't even making sense.
No, I just stumped you. I just stumped you with a legitimate question.
Makes zero sense.
You up here talking that BS, talking about titles don't matter. Titles do matter. So how he gonna get PPV numbers? He ain't a champion, Keon.
Let me read this super chat.
That's what I thought. Think about that.
It's a lot of pride involved. We all know Errol is Bud's biggest payday, and vice versa. It's not on Bud is both fighters to make the fight.
Okay, Keon,
And
since you couldn't answer, I want to talk to I want to talk to Kwame. Kwame, can you
Let me
explain
read the
what I
super
asked, Kwame?
chats. Damn, let me read these super chats and then I'm gonna let you finish. And salute to Demond Daniels off in that super chat once again. Salute to you. And we got my man Uppercuts Boxing Nation. He says fans pay their money to watch the fighters, not their accolades. I think I might have read that one, but let's move on. And salute to my man Uppercuts once again. Let me see. Hold on. Missing one. My man Al in the building. He says, if Bud's accolades are so important, he needs to go back to the division he achieved them and to get paid. He needs to go back to the division where he achieved them in to get paid. He's done nothing at 147 to earn 50%. And my man G5 Gay, salute. And I appreciate that, Al, coming through in that super chat. G5 Gay say revenue sales. Hold on. Let me see. And my man, who Israel says, Bud and fans hating on Spence because he hotter. And salute to who Israel off in that super chat. Salute to you, man. I appreciate that. Okay, so and my man Demond Daniels, he says Bud is more accomplished. Errol has more pay-per-view sales. Errol can't do nothing. He says Errol can't do the numbers he will without Bud, and vice versa. 55-45 might work. Negotiate. Okay. And salute to you. Appreciate you once again. And let me see. Who else? Okay. That's where we at. So
okay, good. Good. I ain't want you to take 10-15 minutes and let my shit just dilute. I want to since Errol is Kwame East boy. No, Keon, chill. Let me just Kwame, can you explain what I just asked? You take away the titles of both fighters, right? What leverage point, what secondary leverage point of criteria do we have? Because we know PPV numbers came from what? Championship, right? When Jerry Jones got in the ring, Errol Spence was a motherfucking champion, right? So just take away the championships.
It's Kwame go anyway. It's Kwame's go anyway because you said what you now is his go anyway.
Dang, dog, I haven't finished, Keon. I mean, damn, I
Yeah,
waited. While everybody else was talking.
Well,
I'm just trying to re-explain.
Here's the thing, right? All right, cool. So I appreciate the question, Scott.
I just want to hear because he over there with Spence.
Here. So here's the thing, Scotty. I appreciate your question, and I'm doing this out of just courtesy for you and the show. But normally, I don't engage in stuff that makes no sense. First off, because
okay, then let me ask somebody.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I ain't getting lectured by you,
Kwame. No one's lecturing you. I said I'm going to
you
answer
can't answer the question.
I already said that.
Accolades don't matter
right now. I just said
we're not talking about accolades matter. Then let's eliminate the titles.
I said I normally don't do it, Scotty. But
what is the secondary leverage point
for
Bud and Errol to judge who's the A side, B side?
Drake, you might have to.
Then you say, okay, if it don't make sense to you, it's no need for you to address me. Then go to somebody else.
No, we don't need to go to anybody else because it's somebody else. Go to the goon it's my turn to speak, and you Bud fans get emotional when shit don't go the way y'all want it to go. But I'm gonna
what if I say I'm gonna
go ahead and answer the question for you.
What are you talking about, Bud fans?
I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question for you, even though the question makes zero sense. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question for you. If we look at it, right, even
don't lecture me.
Let's say, you can't tell me how to speak.
But don't lecture me, bro.
It don't matter. You can't tell me how to speak, though.
But don't lecture me.
All right, well then mute you. Then put some cotton in your ears or something.
I was thinking about asking you since you over in that proximity.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're doing the most talking at this point. Before, so
I addressed you there, Kwame.
Yeah, but you're doing the most
talking. Kissing his ass before, so I figured you would understand and try to come up with a valid answer as to why Errol Spence is the A side.
You can't stop bumping.
But you busy up here crying. You're busy up here whining and crying.
See, you asked the man a question, world.
And you keep talking.
Don't tag team, Keon.
Let him answer the question that you asked him.
Right.
Don't tag team, Keon.
Exactly.
Let him answer the question that you asked him.
Listen, I don't have no problem with him answering the question, but don't sit
You
up here
can't
and
stop
lecture and go
talking.
through the whole process of
You
time I
can't
usually
stop
don't
talking. I
answer.
haven't even
Don't
spoken.
try to be all political with me, dog.
Hold on, Scotty. All right, check this out.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Hold on. Repeat the question, Scotty. Then I'm gonna put you on mute and I'm gonna let him answer the question.
No, I see the mute button down here myself. I put myself on mute. He can go.
Repeat the answer. Repeat the question, so we'll all hear the question that you asked, and then he can answer.
I just keep hearing accolades don't matter. We all smart, right?
Topic.
Let's check this out.
He said, okay, I'm gonna pass it because
you told me to answer the question, Keon, right?
You're trying to ask him.
Okay, cool. All right, bet.
I'm just going off accolades don't matter. What are the accolades? Accolades come with championships, right? You take away the championship belts in this particular scenario. Who leveraged themselves as a valid contender to be the A side, B side to fight each other? If accolades don't matter when it comes to Bud Crawford, okay, you just wipe that shit clean. We're talking about 47. You just wipe them clean. Errol Spence didn't fight Kell Brook. He didn't fight Sean Porter. Terence Crawford didn't fight Jeff Horn for the title. Neither of them have no accolades or championships in that division. How do we leverage anything? You can't say PPV numbers because the PPV numbers came as a champion. So how do we leverage A side, B side?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Great
answer.
question.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer. This is very easy question to answer. First, I'm gonna piggyback off of Drico, right? Because Drico talks about this on our show all the time. He said that Spence had all the hype because of all of the stuff that happened and so with how Floyd put a stamp on him based on the sparring and all of that stuff. We all know that Tank don't fight the best people and don't have all the accolades, but because he's associated with Floyd Mayweather, he's more popular. We'll leave that by itself over there. Number two, before when Spence had his title eliminator for the IBF, so this is before he had any titles, right? He fought Leonard Bundu. It did 6 million views on regular TV, the highest ever in terms of popularity, the highest ever. So if we're just going from before that, he's been associated with the most famous, most boxer in the history of the sport. Now, Muhammad Ali, you may say was the best or whatever, was the most meaningful, but and we're just talking about straight up fame, unadulterated fame. That's Floyd Mayweather. He's the most famous boxer in the history of the sport, right? Anyone that he's associated with in the sport they're not gonna have the same amount of fame, but they're definitely gonna be notoriety. Like people gonna notice those fighters. They're gonna be put out there. And then again, number two, right? If this guy is not even fighting for a title and he's fighting against Leonard Bundu, like everyone likes to say, you fought a 40-year-old Bundu, right? Why the fuck did 6 million people go to see it? Why you had 6 million people viewing that? Because apparently this guy, people like something about his style, his personality, something. Now, if we go back to the flip side of that, and we'll play devil's advocate for Bud, right? Bud Crawford, it's very hard to talk about that because he had titles for a very long time, since 135. It's very hard, so if we go before his titles, first of all, he wasn't even signed with no big with even Top Rank. He was fighting in fucking bars. All right. Okay. Number two, he didn't go to the Olympics either. That's why he was pro earlier, right? So there's a lot we could go off of, but here's what I'll also do, right? Just to show you how much this motherfucker really is the B-side. We'll go to him actually becoming undisputed, right? And we'll just leave Earl with his.
I thought we want adding championships.
Yeah, but Bud needs a lot of fucking help, so we'll add him. Okay.
No, we don't do that because I asked you the question.
I
You
don't have
didn't
much
ask
to
me
talk
the
about
question.
because the nigga was fighting in a bar. So
You didn't ask me the question. What bar was it? So I can look it up. What bar?
I don't know, nigga.
Okay, then if you don't know, don't sit up here and use it as a point of reference. Then, goddamn it, if you don't know what bar he was fighting in, don't use it in the conversation.
Man, that nigga was fighting in bars, bro.
Which one? Which one?
I don't know.
Which one?
Ask Timothy Bradley which one
Which
he drunk
one?
out of.
Who was the bartender
You
that
gotta
night?
fact check that.
Who was the
Okay.
bartender that
You gotta
night?
fact check
Listen,
that.
it was probably you. That you sound like you drunk with the dumbest
I ain't never
question
worked in no
you
bar.
asked me.
That's why I don't work to this day,
You know what
Kwame. I'm
I'm saying?
chilling.
So
You the one got a 9 to 5, not me, Shawty.
that's cool. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm looking out
That
my
don't have
background
nothing
right
to
now.
do with what we
Well,
talking
him saying he fought in the bar don't have nothing to do with it, Keon.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm saying none of that shit has
everyone
nothing to
knows
do.
that when you first come, when you a
That was a
pro and
sneak
you're
diss.
not signed with a Top Rank or a PBC or the Zone, everyone knows if you're signed with like some random promoter, they get you the wherever they could get you a fight. It's no
Most venues.
disrespect to Bud, but I mean this is common knowledge, bro. It's not taking no
Okay.
shot at this
Okay,
dude.
let me ask you this, if it's
It was
common
definitely a little
knowledge,
shot,
right?
though.
So let's just add titles back into it. What if Errol Spence had like 17 or 18 title defenses, right?
Mhm.
So that'll obviously say he's the A side in this. If Terence Crawford only had 5, 18 to 5, he would
Yep.
definitely be the A side, right, Kwame?
No, he would not. No, he
So
would
Errol
not.
wouldn't be. Errol
No, he
wouldn't
would not.
be the A
No,
side if he had 18 title defenses.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm talking about if
Because
Errol had the championships,
listen.
he defended his title 18 times.
I'm gonna. Can I tell you why?
All right,
Or not?
cool.
Okay. All right. So on this level, right? And I said this on the chat on our chat yesterday, our podcast yesterday, right? What we're doing, and I think this is where the mistake is, right? There's a pinnacle in the sport of boxing for all boxers, right? Titles is the first part because people get titles and they lose titles, but the pinnacle is being a pay-per-view champion or a pay-per-view star. That's the pinnacle. So anything you do before a pay-per-view is basically JV and pay-per-view is varsity. And if I can make another analogy, anything before you do pay-per-view is college basketball and pay-per-view is the NBA. There are different rules in the NBA than there is in college basketball. That's just what it is. That's just how it works.
Dude,
And
you might
this
be
fight,
stirring spaghetti for
hold on,
somebody else, but
hold
what I'm
on one
asking
second.
you, I said no titles, Kwame, no
Yeah, but
titles.
then you said titles, so now
Oh,
I
no
now
titles.
responded to you.
No.
But I
You
responded
didn't
to you.
answer
You
my
just,
first question with
I
no
did.
titles, though, bro.
I already did that. I said
I
niggas
said
fighting in bars,
18
bro.
title defenses.
I already.
Hold
18
on.
title defenses, dog.
Hold on. Let's get this. You know what I'm saying? Moved on because we
Because
got other people
accolades
that ain't
matter.
said nothing on the panel.
And I feel that, but
Accolades
I feel that. But here's what I'm
wrap it up so we can go move on to the
Right.
Man, there's
Right,
not
so-
even enough
Hey,
time.
can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to Kwame?
You don't want to ask
when
a
everyone spoke,
legitimate
listen,
question.
when everyone spoke, even if I didn't agree with what you said, I was quiet. I let people say their piece
But you
because
don't
I
go
have
in three
control.
different collective sports in comparison to responding to
Bro,
my
you asked the
question.
question and we've been
Your
talking back
response
and
is
forth the whole
horrible.
time.
You got a horrible response.
I mean, you need to
You
read
up
the
here
chat.
sitting up
Everyone's
here
kind of
bringing up
laughing at your
analogies
Kwame.
that
response.
don't make sense, bro.
Nothing
Kwame.
you said made sense. You
Kwame,
talked about
can I ask you
taking
a
away
question, Kwame?
titles
I
or
know
making
it
a
don't make
fight that
sense to
has
you
titles
because
and
you couldn't
pay-per-view.
comprehend it. You couldn't comprehend what I asked. Take
Because it
away
was
the title.
bullshit.
Hey,
Everyone was laughing
Take
at
away
it.
the title.
Scotty, let him finish up because we need to move to the next.
Right.
Take away the
Can I
title.
ask him
You
a
All I'm
question
can't
on
going,
that, what he just said?
all I'm going
Scotty, let him
to say,
finish.
I'm gonna
Finish.
close out. I'm gonna close it out real quick, right? All I'm gonna say is again, this is why I don't like to engage in that stuff because we'll start talking about hypotheticals, which isn't the real situation. The real situation is these two guys haven't fought yet. These two guys are gonna fight on pay-per-view. That's a real fact. That's a real fact. So I like to stay in that dimension, right? And based
Kwame,
on
can I ask you a question on that though? Just off of that?
let me finish. Let me finish because I've been interrupted by him. So let me just finish,
All right.
right? So
All right.
based off of reality that these guys are going to fight in pay-per-view, in the history of the entire sport of boxing with pay-per-view contracts, the way that it is always going is the person who sells the most makes the most. That's just how it's went. It don't matter who has the titles. None of that shit matters. It don't matter because if it did matter, right? When Floyd Mayweather went to fight Arturo Gatti in Atlantic City, and Floyd Mayweather was known as that was a virtuoso performance. He was known as a pound for pound boxer. He had went through multiple weight classes and had multiple titles. He made less money than Arturo Gatti. You know why? Because they fought in Arturo Gatti's backyard in Atlantic City, and Arturo Gatti had strong pay-per-view numbers there, and Floyd Mayweather never fought on pay-per-view. So he didn't make he made a little bit less. And this is done under the same exact business umbrella as Bud fights under, which is Top Rank. This is how it's always been done. This is how it will be done going forward. That's just how it go. Point blank, period. I understand.
Okay, I get it. Hey, Keon, I need to respond short, quick, in a hurry, right? Okay, so Kwame, so tell me this: when Gennady fought Canelo Alvarez, right, who just moved up and coming off a fight with Chavez Jr., right? Who was the A side in that fight in the first Gennady versus Canelo Alvarez fight? Who's the A side?
You have to educate me on that.
Exactly.
Hold on a
You
second.
talking about Gennady Golovkin, who already been in the middleweight division and defended his title multiple times. Canelo come off there as the 154-pound champion, and he fights one fight, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at middleweight, and he gets a title shot. Who's the A side? Canelo at A side.
But Canelo
was the A side, Shawty.
Listen.
Canelo was the A side.
Okay, and let me
You
ask you a
talking
question.
about PPV numbers. Gennady had 18 title defenses, bro. 18, and he wasn't the A side versus Canelo. This is before Canelo got the 160-pound titles.
And let me ask you a question. I'm not talking about. I'm not. See, you're supporting.
He went up to 175.
Brother,
it's before all of that. He was only one division champion.
Canelo
He's
Alvarez,
only one division champion before he stepped in with
Alvarez
Gennady, who had already been campaigning at the middleweight division.
You saying some shit, but you're not letting him get a chance
Canelo,
to talk.
Because it was all in one. I'm proving my point.
On from this shit like that. You got Batman.
It don't matter if you raise your voice, Keon. You know what I said made perfect sense, dog.
On the panel.
Right.
Well, hey,
I just ended here, Keon.
I said what I had to say.
Here, Keon, and I ain't gonna say nothing else after this.
I just want to ask you this one thing.
Don't fight me for the smoke.
Is there a way I can just close out so we can move on and people stop interrupting me? All right. All I'm saying is this: that supports my claim. Before Canelo Alvarez fought Triple G, he also fought Floyd Mayweather. There was data and pay-per-view numbers on him. That's why he's the A side. That's exactly why.
At 160.
It don't matter. They looking at your data. They fought on pay-per-view. He fought against Floyd. They have data to say this is what he generates.
Man, don't bring Floyd into something when he's coming off fighting Chavez Jr. at 154. We're talking about you talking about PPV numbers, right? So Gennady Golovkin was already champion. We ain't bringing this. We ain't changing the goalposts talking about no Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about Gennady Golovkin defending his title previously several times already.
Had done a pay-per-view and the numbers did horrible. That's why Canelo was the A side and got more money when he fought Gennady Golovkin.
18 title defenses.
Why
18 title. Produce receipts. Produce receipts. Produce receipts. I ain't never heard you say that. I ain't never heard you say it. Produce receipts then. 18 title defenses almost. And we're talking about horrible when Canelo did 0 at 160.
That's the whole point.
Everything Errol Spence did at 47 is what y'all references with PPV numbers that include championship belts.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna Brandon House.
I couldn't even get my question.
What's good with it? Salute. He say salute Keon, Kwame, Goon, and the platform. What's happening with it? Salute to you. Appreciate you. And then we got my man David Williams in there with the super sticker. Man, I appreciate you coming through, showing love and support to the channel. I appreciate you. We're gonna move on. Let's go to and we got Zenith 360. He says Canelo. Hold on. He said Canelo was A side because he brought more. He brought in more, and GGG accolades didn't matter. What I just said, yeah. He says GGG title defenses didn't mean anything, just like Bud's. Scotty example is
casuals.
Just proved Spence's A side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just proved.
How many titles he had? So he missing one title at middleweight, and then nothing mattered, right? He was a unified champion in middleweight, so none of that mattered. Man, I'm out.
I'm losing brain cells listening to this.
So let me see, Batman, you ain't got to say nothing. So Batman, it's your go. Batman, you on mute. Batman
might be busy.
Okay. Shit. Who we Mo.
Oh man, you know I done forgot what I had to add.
Man,
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If I can't get it like within a reasonable time, it's over for me, man.
I see you over there blowing. You
Right.
blowing big whistle about
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
God damn.
So look,
So
the
basically,
only thing I think
yeah.
why people get upset, Keon, my bad, I don't mean to interrupt you. It's the magnitude of the numbers in the thing now versus like, I'm 44, so I'm pretty certain all y'all around my age, and we ain't never seen it like this to now, like this. How we was last night on the thing. Why now? We all understand the business side of it. I can understand everything that my man, what was that, 503 said. I can understand what he's saying. I can understand what Kwame's saying. But why is it so important now with these two individuals? That's the question.
Well, if you asking me, because I wouldn't, to tell you the truth, I don't give a damn who get what. Like
Right.
I don't, I
That's
like
what I
to me,
said.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you know what I'm saying. If Terence Bud Crawford get 80% and Spence take 20, like I don't care. But
Right.
the reason that we got to talk about it is because when they do start going back and forth again, because if you know what I'm saying, it's gonna happen soon. This is the issue that's going to come up because that's why we already hear, you know what I'm saying, Bud and his team saying, hey, we the A side. They're not going to dictate no terms. So this is this is what's going to happen in boxing, right? So we
Right.
putting it out to the out in the open, right? And letting everybody know that, hey, this might be a problem again. You know what I'm saying? Because if EJ feel that, you know what I'm saying, that he the A side and he feel that Bud should take 60-40, because that's the last thing that we heard from him. If he feel that Bud should take 60-40, and then Bud still feels like, hey, no, I'm the A side because of my accomplishments, it's gonna be a problem. And then we're gonna be talking about it anyway. Then you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have all type of different opinions on it. So we tackling it now, thanks to Kwame and Drico and yourself for having a great show last night, and it brought everything to the light again. So that's just
Thank
what
you.
it is. But
Thank y'all, man, too, for
Tuning
recognizing,
in.
what we trying to do, man, because the show was good. They just happened to connect on our show and the stars was aligned, man. But we just pushing just like y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to land where it landed, and it landed in our lap last night, man. But we tried to
Fact.
make the best of it. You know what
Ke-
I mean?
right.
That's true.
Keon, I just want to address something to you real quick. Again, and again, thanks a lot for having us on your platform. We definitely appreciate that. I agree with it 100% with what you just said about not caring about who gets what, and people only speak about this because that's what's holding up the fight, and we're trying to like find a resolution, find some logic onto like let's get the fight made. I'll just tell you this, me personally, what I think, and this is the God's honest truth. I think to answer Mo's question about why this fight, why like this, is because we're looking at the fighters, and it was really about Arum and Heyman. It was really about those two, and they wasn't gonna budge on anything. It was about those two,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, Heyman had the leverage because he had all the welterweights. He had 3 of the 4 belts over there, and he was able to do what they wanted to do, right? And the truth of the matter is, Crawford ran out of opponents to fight over there. There was no one really for him to fight at top rank that was able to maybe quote unquote generate the type of numbers they wanted once they paid him, all those guarantees and stuff. They didn't have anything. So what Bob Arum did, which is really smart, is what he did with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. He linked them to Errol Spence, knowing that the fight was not going to happen no time soon, and they kept putting pressure on Spence's side or on Spence because they had no opponents to fight, right? And because Bud was part of that whole thing, and that's the decisions he decided to make to go with Arum, he had to believe that stuff and go along with it as well. But now we're in a space now where he's no longer there, but he's been poisoned by that message for being over there so long. He's been poisoned by it. He's lived in it so long that he believes it to be the truth because that's who he's been around so long. But now he's in a position where he doesn't have to be in that situation no more. The reason he can't send a contract as the quote unquote A side right now is because the fighters don't pay each other. He don't have no money to finance a fight that big on his own. He needs a backer, which they're trying to get a backer because he's a free agent, right? And hopefully, my hope is when he gets a backer who doesn't have all this personal stuff against Al Heyman and is not going to make him collateral damage through their dick measuring contest, then hopefully that person will come back to him and say, look, this is what you got. This is what's going on over here. Let's make a good deal. This is fair. And he can say, put all that other stuff out the window and just say, okay, let's make a fight happen. That's where I stand with that.
Yeah, and I mean, good point. Now, since we on this topic, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then I'm gonna move to 503. So this, right, because I always like to tackle when I hear bullshit speak, right? When I hear people just tell blatant lies, you know what I'm saying? I always go by facts. And Travion Crawford, another thing that really stood out to me, and I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but since we kind of along on those same topics, because we can't really talk about who gonna win and who gonna do what to who until they sign the contract. You know what I'm saying? I never even talk about who gonna win the fight because we ain't even got that far yet, right? We need to get far. We need to get past this bullshit. But one thing is I heard, right? And we've heard them say shit like this several times. But Travion Crawford, right? Terence Crawford nephew, last night, he said that he said that Terence Crawford right now, one of his points with all of this discussion was that Terence Crawford right now is making way more money than Errol Spence. This is what he said. He said Terence Crawford is already making, this is what he said. He said $7 million guaranteed plus back end. He said, and Errol Spence is only making like 2.5 after the back end. He's making 5 at most. He says, but Terence Crawford is making way more. He said he's making $7 million, right? Guaranteed every fight plus his back end. That was his exact words. Tell me if I'm lying, one of y'all, because y'all did this.
He said that.
Okay, now I call bullshit. That's why these dudes like this. You know, I'm a fan of Bud in the ring. You feel me? But they be lying a lot. How? Wait, hold on, Drico. Because
so you got a receipt?
But no, yeah, I do actually got a receipt. Because when Bomac signed his contract, he went on Trill Boxing Talk and he said that they signed for $4 million guaranteed a fight. Because he was bragging about it. When he went and signed that contract, he said that they signed for $4 million. He said, we you know what I'm saying? He was happy about that shit. He was excited. This is not something that I'm making up. These are facts. But Bomac is his manager, right? He did get the deal done. He was on Trill Boxing Talk bragging about the deal that he got done at ESPN. And he said it was guaranteed to get around $4 million a fight, right? And he was talking about like that's the the biggest guarantee that any of these guys got. He was bragging about it, right? Now, Travion Crawford said $7 million plus back end. Now, somebody's lying. Why? Somebody lying. Well, how is he getting $7 million a fight plus all his back end? Right now, make this shit make sense to me. What back end are you
getting? Good question.
Hold on. But what back end are you getting if your promoter is saying that every event that they put on, they like deep in the red? They're deep in the, that's what his promoter said. And then we look at the numbers. when he is on pay-per-view, and they far down in the red. So how are you getting $7 million plus back end? I mean, make this shit make sense. Is Bob Arum paying him extra money out of his pocket just because he likes Terence Crawford that much? I don't understand that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So on which amount, Keon? On which amount are you talking about, Keon?
Huh?
Or just in total? I said, on which amount are you talking about?
He said,
or you just saying in general.
And then let me get to this super chat. But I'm gonna get to the super chat and I'm gonna get right back. And salute to my man Emmanuel H coming through showing love, man. I appreciate that, man. Much appreciated. He says, salute, Keon. He says, all this long-winded excuses is simple. Who does the bigger numbers? Whose brand is bigger? He says, numbers don't lie. It ain't nobody's fault but Bud fault for staying with Bob. EJ can fight anybody because Al listens to him, not the other way around. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And appreciate you once again, man. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H. But that's what I'm saying. Like this, like when you come out with blatant lies, bro, where is this coming from? And I want somebody to explain how are you getting all these millions and millions of dollars on the back end when your promoter is saying, well, I'm losing money. What back end are you getting if the pay-per-view numbers is you getting like 50,000, 100,000, and 135,000 pay-per-views? I don't understand. Where is this coming from? Why get on somebody's channel and lie about that type of shit?
I can't answer that, bro. I can't answer it for two reasons. For one, I don't know how much the man getting it, and for two, I don't care how much the man getting. I just know the man can fight, bro.
I know,
that's all. But there was a lot of capping going on last night on that show, and believe me, Trevion wasn't the only one capping on that show last night.
I'm just saying, like that. I caught that, and I just, you know what I'm saying. 503, 503, 503. You still in the building? If you
yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Okay. Did you catch that? Did you catch that last night?
Nah, bro. Like I say, I only seen a clip, and it was the clip that Blu-ray posted. I didn't see the whole interview. I gotta go to Kwame and them channel and watch it. I'm gonna do that when I leave work. So I haven't seen that. But like I say, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, bro, I don't believe, no disrespect to Lil Travion. I know he be, you know, on the internet trying to take up for Bud and, you know, pop his shit for his fam and shit, because he do carry the Crawford name. So it's some pride there. You know what I'm saying? There's some ego there. You know what I'm saying? So he probably felt like he had to, you know, spice the shit up a little bit, put a little extra sauce on it. I don't know, bro. But based off what we know Errol Spence is making more money. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that's
we
what
don't know that, bro. We don't know that. We don't know that.
And I brought the point up because that was one of his.
Hold on, let me respond to homie that
the A side, because he already getting way more money.
Let me respond to what Buddy said. He said we don't know that. I know one thing. I know, two things for sure. If you doing better numbers on pay-per-view, or you generating more money, you know what I'm saying, at your fights, but 10 times out of 10 you making more money than probably anybody in your division.
I mean, it's a lot of things that go into that, man. It's back end, it's TV, it's broadcast.
Errol Spence is his own promoter too, bro. So he ain't got no middleman.
But we can't see. That's why I don't like getting into the money thing, because we don't know. For instance, Errol Spence is he's supposed to be signed to what, 6.5 million, something like that, 3 million. But in the back end, he getting 7 million or something like that. So we don't know how much these fellas really making, bro. So for us to sit up here and say such and such is making more money, I don't get into that, bro, because we'll never know. That's something that we will never know. So I just leave that topic alone, period.
Why would you care?
But I also feel like
Listen, bro, y'all trying to say why would we care? I mean, Keon is posing a question. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. I don't.
No, I was
Let me
talking to
say this too,
Drico,
bro.
bro. I was talking to
I
Drico.
I don't give a fuck what these dudes make. Let's just get that out the way. I don't give a
me.
damn
That's me.
who makes.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't,
I just
but
want. I want to see the fight.
503,
And I don't
503.
either. But the thing is when one of your points is we should get. We are the A side. We are the ones that's going to dictate and run shit because we already making way more money. We getting $7 million. You know what I'm saying? The fight and all of the back end. And I'm like, hold on. We need to address these lies.
I mean, I call cap on that shit.
But 503, I wasn't aggressive when I was saying that to you, bro. So I apologize if you took it as me being aggressive.
No, bro. It's just boxing talk, bro. I just wanted to address that.
Yeah. But Keon and everybody on the panel, it was a lot of capping going on last night. And it wasn't just Travion. So if that's the only thing you caught.
So we are agreeing that was capping.
If that's the only thing that you caught, brother, then we gonna have to go through that whole thing all over again,
well, I mean,
bro.
You. That's why I'm giving y'all the mic. So you got a chance, right? When I give you the mic, if you want to bring up, like that was said, that's it. I'm just saying, like to me.
Oh, that's what caught your attention.
That like I'm like, hold on, bro.
Okay.
How Bomac, you know what I'm saying that y'all getting $4 million guaranteed, and now you saying you getting $7 million plus all of the back end, and I just want to know because maybe I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I just don't know. How are you getting back end money if you're in the red?
Yeah, I got you. It ain't adding up.
That's a good question.
Yeah. That's what I want to know. How are you getting back end money if you are in the red? I just don't. It didn't make sense to me, and it just sounded like some made up shit. And you know what I'm saying? Bomac and Travion be making up a whole lot of shit.
Hey, Keon, I say this to you as well. It's always basic logic for some reason when people have to come up with an answer for, Terence Crawford. Basic logic goes out the window. I mean, it's basic logic. If someone sells, if we both selling the same product and Drico sell 100 of them and I sell 300 of them, who made more money? I mean, it's just basic stuff. It's like we could talk about the back end and and we go off into that tangent, but then we could go use the same stuff that was said on that same side. Bob Arum came out and said that Al Heyman's paying these guys too much money. So what is he basing that off of? I mean, because if you've seen these little ass purses for, Manny Pacquiao, guaranteed purse was $2.5 million against Adrian Broner.
Who said that? Who said that, bro?
What? Oh, Bob Arum was the first person who said it, because I know you're trying to talk about Floyd, and none of that matters because they're both saying the same thing. That
so Bob mattered, but Floyd don't. But they both said the same thing.
But they're saying the same thing. So the point is that these fighters are making too much money. Whether Bob says or Floyd says it, what they're both confirming is that the PBC fighters are making too much money. It don't matter who said it; they're agreeing on the same thing. So if they're agreeing on the same thing that they're making too much money, and what we're seeing is that they're getting these lower purses than what Bud Crawford is getting, but they're stating that they're making too much money, and then Errol Spence is also selling more. Why are we trying to make it complicated? Like, oh, well, he sold triple what this guy sold, but we don't really know. Because
hold on. Let me because we gonna stay in order, and then you know what I'm saying. Then I'm gonna go and we're gonna go to Drico. When we go to Drico, right? We gonna let him, because he said he had some shit to say about some things that was said on your channel last night also. So I'm gonna let him bring some things to light. But let me let 503 finish up, and then I'm gonna go to Scotty and let's see what he gotta say, and then we're gonna move on and let Drico, and then we're gonna go to you, Kwame. So 503.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna make this shit short and sweet, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna make this shit short and sweet because I know all the brothers want to get on the panel, bro. I don't give a fuck what make. I don't give a damn. It's been noted that most guys on the PBC get paid well. They well taken care of. That's why they loyal to Al. It's noted that when you on Top Rank, you get fucked over, you get scammed, and you only getting upfront money. The history does not lie, bro. That's all I'm saying. You can look at Manny Pacquiao when he was with Top Rank. You can look at Floyd, Cotto, you know what I'm saying, De La Hoya. All these guys end up leaving. History is repeating itself with Terence Crawford. He left Top Rank. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Make the fucking fight. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Let me get to this super chat. My man Emmanuel H back in that super chat. Man, I appreciate you coming through showing love, man. Much appreciated. He says, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know a person fighting on the network for free makes more than a person that's been on pay-per-view for years. He says the numbers tell you what a person's making last time I checked. 300, he says 300K pay-per-view buys beats 110K pay-per-view buys. It's just common logic. 300K beats 110K. So he's basically what my man said it all. He said, you know what I'm saying? What fighter fighting on the network for free make more money than a fighter that's fighting on pay-per-view, selling, you know what I'm saying, 300K plus. That I just, but and salute to you, man. Appreciate that. So, Scotty, you in the building?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, Scotty. So, hey, your man said that they making seven mil plus millions in back end, right? So, I mean, let me, what's your take on that? The reason, like I said, once again, Scotty, the reason I brought this up is because that was one of his, right? That was one of his main points to why they should get, why they're the A side.
Who? Team Crawford.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I don't have much to say about it, man. Like I told you before, Keon, I don't really get into money and pocket watching. I just don't. I mean, because at the end of the day, when they enter the ring, it's skill versus skill, and then it's accolades and everything else. So I'm not gonna debate about it. I just don't get into pocket watching, bro.
Right. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it straight down the middle. My man Drico said, he heard some things that was, what I'm saying, over on the show last night on Spence's end, or what I'm saying, or we had BFTV. Well, I mean, whoever was speaking, what I don't know what he's talking about, but hey, the panel yours.
I just feel like that was just one of the many things that stood out to me. Well, the money tip, I don't really get in that either, but I think that when people, we had the Spence side, and I call them Spence side respectively, say, or pro Spence side, say that TC he can't check none of the boxes, bro. He don't check the speed, he don't check the footwork, he don't check the timing, he don't even check the switch hitting side. That Earl was a better.
No one said that. Drico, don't
Whoa,
cap.
whoa.
But he didn't say that.
Bro.
Because I don't want no narrative. Listen, we all on the channel together, right? So I don't want no narrative going into this.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro.
But that's what was said.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. Y'all go watch
the.
So someone on the show or someone on the panel said that
all of y'all.
Hold on a second. So what you saying is someone on the panel said that Errol Spence switches better than Terence Bud Crawford. That's what they said.
No, you taking it out of you taking my words.
That's what you just said. That's why I stopped you.
Listen, bro.
You said
y'all said that Earl checks all the boxes and TC don't check none.
None. That's a cap.
None. So that's included in what I'm saying. Everything is included in what I'm saying. I'm just individualizing what's in the boxes that's checked, that y'all said that he don't check none of the boxes. Y'all said that TC don't put a check in none of the boxes: speed, timing, generalship, boxing skills, IQ, fighting off the back foot, switch hitting off either foot, off with either hand. Y'all said that TC didn't check none of the boxes, bro.
Listen, you have Blu-ray. You have Blu-ray, who Errol Spence, strength and conditioning coach, who was literally on the phone with him, right? Like, I'm not saying that he's the equivalent of Travion Crawford, but he's going to side with his guy all the way. I'm saying I haven't got on there and said that he do everything better. I've never said that. You know that to be a fact.
Whoa, but you was on the show
I've never
last
said
night.
that. No, I have never said I have never said that Errol Spence is a better, pure boxer than Terence
Okay,
Crawford.
but
I've never said that.
Can we pause on this? Because I never get a chance to get in.
Yeah,
when
go
I
ahead,
got
go
the
ahead,
point
go ahead.
You never stepped in and said, no, because this is your show.
Right.
You never stepped in and be like, bro,
y'all
I can't do
motherfuckers
that.
was yelling and screaming. I just sit back
Bro,
and watch
I couldn't
it.
hardly get a word in. But you was loving it when BF was doing that. But this is the disparity what we're talking about. Anytime I don't feel like I'm a fan of neither one.
I heard that, no, and I'm gonna get my take because I know exactly what y'all talking about, and I heard it, and I ain't gonna lie. When and BF, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? When I heard it, I just could laugh. I was just laughing like I like, man,
bro, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
But what you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? And that's my. But if you are debating BFTV or Money Brown,
what
they're not.
It was my first
doesn't
time.
matter. They're not gonna get off their point. Like they you know
okay,
what I'm saying?
And that's cool. But Keon, just let me cook for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm cool with him doing everything that he did on the show. You feel what I'm saying? You know, now I know how irritating I am when I'm on the show, when I'm doing it, because I was like, come on, man, we on this Wilder shit for too long. So that's why I kept saying, Kwame, we can step in at any time and pause this because we ain't gonna never get nowhere because I can recognize I was him. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody stepped in. You know, let's be honest about it. And then even when it came with the super cap, with the Bud can't check not one single box, again, fellas, I could care less who win the fight. When I bet my money, I'm gonna bet it on who I think go win the fight. I don't care who wins the fight. I love the sport. But it was nobody that stepped in at that point in time right there, and everybody that's seen the show know that I'm correct on what I'm saying. It was like, bro, I can't even give you that. And I'd have done that many times on my show and on Kwame's show. Like, bro, I really can't even say that. We gotta stop and pause it. Kind of like what you said earlier. Nobody in Bud Camp telling them that he should take the 60-40. It's kind of like the same thing.
No, it actually.
I wasn't on the panel. Now,
So
I was on the panel.
No, I didn't say you was on the panel last night.
Okay, now, check this out. I want to address what you said or what my man Drico said. Right now, to me, you want to keep it real. When I look at speed, so we're gonna talk about the skills and who checked what. I didn't agree with what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna come up here and back that shit up. If you felt like there was some cap, well, you know what I'm saying? I didn't agree with that shit. So I think that Bud does have the faster hand speed. He got faster hands. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, let's just keep it one.
But Keon, that wasn't even that ain't really what Drake's saying. What Drake's saying is like, bro, y'all go get on our little spotlight and actually say, Bud can't check no box, damn speed, just anything, not one box.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to. Well, I'm trying to get to.
That's cap, bro.
He said speed, right? He also said, what did he say? He said footwork.
Yeah, he said Spence got better footwork. Spence can fight off his back foot, and Spence got head movement.
I don't think that Spence got now. Hold on. I don't think that Spence has better speed or footwork than Terence Crawford. If you know what I'm saying, if you got to give an advantage when you're talking about speed or footwork, you got to give those advantages to Terence Crawford. That's, you know what I'm saying? You got to give those advantages to Terence Crawford, if you ask me. But when you talk about that he can't fight off the back foot, Errol Spence can fight off the back foot. You know what I'm saying? He can fight off the back foot. But I mean, who can fight off the back foot better, Errol or Bud? I mean, what I have noticed, right? I have to, you know what I'm saying? What I have noticed is Bud, if you moving forward and you pressing him, he likes to pull straight back. You know what I'm saying? And he pulls straight back and he leaves his hands down. He pulls straight back just like that. He puts his hands out, right? Just like we see Wilder doing. But his reflexes, right, and his footwork, because he can step around you and he's quick, he can get away with that shit. Now, so I'll give the hand speed and the footwork to Bud, right? But as far as the defense and head movement, I'm giving that to EJ all day.
Head movement?
Yeah.
Head movement, bro.
Oh,
I give you the defense.
look at
but not the
EJ.
handful.
Look at EJ when he fought Mikey Garcia. Look how he was slipping up under punches. You don't see him do it all the time, but look at him when he was fighting Mikey.
Mikey was
Because a
defensive,
lot of
bro.
times he chooses to go in there and just bulldoze his opponent. He told you after he fought Mikey Garcia, he said, "Man, fuck all that boxing shit." He said, "Man," he said it in the locker room. He said, "Man, that shit boring." He said, "Man, I'm going back to bulldozing niggas or something to that." You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He said, "I'm going back to bulldozing niggas." He
Kwame,
said,
is that facts, Kwame?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's
I
exactly what
said that last night. I said Spence got 2 speeds. I said he jab, bam,
And
hit
they
you with that
argued you
left, either
down.
body to the head, or he bulldoze you.
Yeah,
Y'all
and I said,
said
you down.
and I
no.
said, no. I'm not saying what you said is a fact because I said that's not true, and that was something we spoke about in a show previous, and then I pulled up, and then we watched some video on how Spence makes adjustments, and you still wasn't able to admit it. And
No,
all I'm saying is that a lot of times what you guys don't see in Errol Spence is because he liked Tim Duncan. It's very fundamental. The shit that he does is very subtle, right? But if he was that easy, he would have lost already.
bro. Do
Someone
you
would have
think he gonna
exposed
get
him
away?
already.
Nobody said
Do
that.
you?
Nobody said
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And do you think he gonna get away with that subtle shit with TC?
He gonna
That
beat
little
the shit out of
subtle,
him. That's just my opinion, though. That's my
that
opinion
that, that
because
little subtle.
what?
Have
Because
you seen TC do the drastic? When I say drastic, you seen what happened to him and Kell Brook. Y'all like to talk about that. But did you see when he made that drastic adjustment? You see what happened?
I see him making adjustments. I see all of that. So I'm not finna say that, oh, he don't check none of the box because he
right,
do. That's
right.
why we in
Hey,
here
I
That's why he want
appreciate
to
discussing
see
that,
the
talking
fight.
Keon.
about this stuff.
Keon, that's why I appreciate that. That's why
You
I
know what I'm
appreciate that,
saying?
what you just said
See,
right there. I
but
Oh,
appreciate that.
see,
but
you
check
know
this
what
out.
happens. You know
Hold
what
on,
happens though.
Kwame.
Okay, go ahead, Keon.
Kwame, hold on, because Batman, I don't know what happened, but he had dipped out of the building when we called on him. So we ain't even heard Batman talk. And my man Kyle from the boxing section, TBS, off in the building. What's happening with it, Kyle? And Batman, it's on you. Batman. And who else we got? We got 817 in the building too. So Batman, you on mute. He gone again.
He's still here.
Nah, I don't know what's going on with
Batman has
Batman.
left the
He
building.
probably
Batman's left the building.
Yeah, the back call.
he probably clicked back in. But
I love the dialogue though, y'all, for real.
so like I'm not finna just get on here just because.
Hey, World Combat.
What happened?
I'm not finna like I'll never get on here and tell you, oh, Terence Crawford, he ain't this and y'all like that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because if he wasn't that, I wouldn't really care about seeing this fight. I don't think that
Bingo.
we'll be
And I
all
told
on here.
Drico that earlier.
If Errol Spence wasn't that, I don't think that we will be all on here going back and forth.
See this fight.
World Combat, he shit on Errol Spence a lot, but I don't think that he'll be arguing with niggas if he really believed a lot of the shit that he say because he respects his skills, whether he want to admit it or not. But and I feel the same way about Terence Crawford. I see when he makes adjustments. You know what I'm saying? I see the settle, you know what I'm saying, when he turn you, you know what I'm saying, with his footwork and all that. But what BFTV was saying, right? What he was saying is when he talked about the footwork, he says that at 147, right? Because he doesn't use a lot of that at 147, right? He don't use a lot of that at 147. I think a lot of it is due to the opponents that he be in the ring with, and he just want to show like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just stump these niggas down. And I don't even have to use all of that because, you know. But I've seen it. I do see it because I watch everything, you know. So you know that is what it is. So I don't know what Batman went. 817, what's happening with it?
Man, what's happening with it, kid? Bruh, say, like, I don't understand how these brothers got so much more confidence and so much more to say and so many more scenarios and so many more thoughts of what they think and this, that, and the third. When the motherfucker sat there and told them, the trainer and the cousin sat there and told him in so many words, the boy didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight when he could have forced the fight. Let me ask y'all something, bro. Like BFTB said, when he was a 140-pound champion, right? He had every belt at 140 pounds. So he had the right to move up and fight every champion. Now everybody want to say, well, Drico wanted to try to lean on the fact that he didn't have a belt and he wanted a belt for some leverage. But check this out. Sean Porter didn't have no belt for leverage. Did he, Keon?
Not at all.
Sean Porter didn't have no belt for leverage, right?
Not at all.
And so the argument was about, so when he said he wanted to fight or whatever, what did Bob say? He didn't want to pay for shit and he only wanted to offer him $1 million, right? And the WBO knew that he wasn't negotiating in good faith and did what? They adjusted the purse bid, right? So if he moves up, and say he want to fight Bud, it's a mandated thing anyway. So it take the promoter bullshit out of that side of the street argument that Tim Bradley made up to excuse himself from ducking Errol Spence and retiring. So again, if it was a mandate thing, it was gonna come down to the rules, right? They would have adjusted the same purse bid for that fight, just like they adjusted it for Sean Porter and Bud Crawford. So the 70-30 or whatever the original adjustment was, if it was adjusted for Sean Porter, it'd have been adjusted for Errol Spence if they couldn't have came to agreement, or if it got pushed to purse bid because neither one of them could come to an agreement on it because it would be mandated. So he don't have no space to hide from that point on. And from that point on, it's been different shit. There's nothing wrong with just being wrong, bruh. And I mean, he's come out and said different shit. And then he came out and said in front of everybody, Bob didn't secure him the fights before or after. So even if it was he needed a belt for more leverage, this, that, and the third, it's all extra shit on that side. It's all extra shit on that side. That's all anybody's saying. Ain't nobody saying Bud ain't a good fighter. If he wasn't, like he said, we wouldn't be sitting up here talking about it. But you ruin your validity on anything when you cap and lie to me about something else. If 20 of us standing here and we see that the light green and you just don't want to believe the light green, we gonna figure out after a while, this motherfucker just don't want to believe the light green, bro. What we gonna do? We gonna sit here and keep arguing with this motherfucker who definitely not using his eyes, don't want to see the light green? Bomac fat ass and his cousin got on there last night and just told you, he took the easy route taking Horn. We all knew Horn was the easy work. So instead of him telling us it was the easy work, he told us some other shit. That's the problem. If your girl tell you some different shit than what she said when she walked out the door, it's a problem. So stop fronting. Stop making these whack-ass scenarios. Stop talking about these accolades and shit. Because at the end of the day, like he said, Canelo got the bigger share when he fought Triple G. Why? Because he was the bigger fucking star. He shit on his own argument and then he jumped off this motherfucker. Scotty, he left me off of here because he liked you and he wanted you to be comfortable and didn't want no shit on his show. Bruh, they call me the shit starter, I guess, because I just keep shit a buck and I hold niggas' feet to the fire. Fuck all them scenarios. We just had them in front of us and they told us what it was. Quit being soft. Quit trying to stay friends. You know why you don't talk to Bud about business? You know why? Because if you tell him the truth, you won't be his fucking friend no more.
Facts.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
What
I
are you
told
talking
you
about?
before.
If that's the case.
Let me. Can I respond to him, bro? Listen,
You
man.
need to because 300,000 pay-per-views say a whole lot more than 135K.
But
No,
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 like
no,
that 300,000 pay-per-views is Mayweather numbers, bro. Come on, that
With the
shit low.
same
Y'all
motherfucker,
changed the
bro.
goalposts. It ain't got nothing to do with Mayweather. Got to do with
Hey,
Spence.
hold
I'm
on,
just saying
hold on.
numbers in general.
Hey, hold
numbers
on
in general.
real quick.
Them ain't no big
Hold
pay-per-view
on,
numbers, bro.
Kyle, you know you my dude. You know you my dude. You know what happened in Vegas in the food court. Kyle, you wasn't there with me. Me and you gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna bring it up right now, but me and you gonna talk about that because you just brought up that you talked to Bud and that ain't true. But hey, when we was talking to Bernie, you wasn't there with me. That's all. We'll talk about that at a later time, Kyle.
Bro,
Listen,
let me tell you.
I
Can I
already
respond to what
told
you
you
said,
niggas.
bro?
Hold on.
they know I got Errol Spence in this fight. They know this. Every single one of them niggas know this. Even Bud know this.
But when
They
I was
know I got
arguing with
Errol Spence in
Bernie in
this
that
fight.
food court, when I was in the food court arguing
Bro,
with
I already
Bernie,
told him that. I already told him that already.
and he was dogging EJ, calling him all type of pussies and bitches and hoes and all that. And I was the only one that was arguing back and forth with him.
Now listen, I'm not gonna argue with a nigga that you know you can't win over. I was done arguing with the nigga. I had already got done arguing with the nigga before that. So I went for the argue with the nigga some more.
Hey, let me respond.
Go out and come back in. It's feedback.
They want to get disrespectful and get personal when it's like, bro, it's just boxing. We're supposed to be talking about, you know what I'm saying? Who's better? Who you think gonna win? And they want to get disrespectful.
I don't talk to him about that, bro, because we on something else, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we build on something else.
You have to be on something else. You could be on that.
I don't talk
Somebody
about
got a lot of feedback in the back.
It's Draco. I'm telling Draco to leave and come back in.
Is it Draco?
That's my shit. That's my shit.
I thought it was dude shit.
That's my shit.
Okay. And when Bud came out, man, he wasn't ducking Spence. That he went to make the easiest fight. And when we say the easy route, he took the easy route, bro. Y'all can't tell when we making fun of y'all. Earl said that. So when we said,
wait a minute, wait, Draco.
I didn't interrupt.
Hey, let him finish, bro. Let him finish, man.
I think it's used too, Draco. You got to go out and come back in. It's feedback.
It's both of them.
Yeah, it's feedback.
I know. I thought dude was about to pause that shit.
He did, but we still got it.
All right, well, I'll come back in. Shit.
I mean, easy side, bro. Jeff Horn wasn't going nowhere. Jeff Horn wasn't going nowhere.
So
he did not have to have a W to fight Jeff Horn, bro. He could have lost. He could have lost to Earl Spence. He could have lost. Hold on. He could have lost to Earl Spence. Came back and fought Jeff Horn. Came back and fought Jeff Horn, and still had an opportunity to fight Thurman and Garcia. All the motherfuckers he said he wanted. But you see, he didn't go fight. Not only did he not go fight Earl, he didn't go fight Thurman, and he didn't go fight Danny Garcia, who he won with in the amateurs. And why did he show up to Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fight more than any other fight? Maybe because Danny got on his ass before and he wanted to see if Earl can handle it. And then what did he say when they put the mic in his face? Since we arguing about money, when they put the mic in his face, what did he say?
I think, you know what, though?
What did he say? Fuck what you think. Don't answer a question with a question. What did he say?
I'm pro Spence. I don't really give a shit because
what did he say? Is what I'm asking.
Why don't you tell me? I don't fucking
What did he say? No, I don't answer my own questions. I ask you a question. See, Keon, this is what motherfuckers do. They start answering a question with a question.
But
they change the conversation.
Wrong person about it, bro. I'm not Draco.
He did the shit live on TV in front of the world. You can't tell me what he said. What did he say?
I'm not Draco. I don't remember. You talking?
I can tell you what he said. Well, I can tell you what he said. Let me go ahead and answer my own question. And let me say this. Then now one of you motherfuckers graduate school, grades or nothing, answering questions with questions on the test. All you motherfuckers gave an answer, whether it was the right answer or the wrong answer. The problem is when the answer don't fit your narrative, you want to change the shit.
But it ain't my narrative. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's your narrative. I'm talking about anybody. If you put the shoe on, you motherfucking Cinderella. If you put the shoe on, you Cinderella. What the man said was, I'm past that fight, and even if they offer me 50-50, I wouldn't take it.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
And then he turned on, and then he on record saying it's 60-40 his favor. Bullshit. If anything, it's 60-40 in my favor.
Facts.
And his cousin's statement last night was consistent with that. He's the A side. They dictate terms. Okay. So when we go back and look, well, if he says he's an A side and he dictates terms and we use dollars for these networks have to say, hey, man, we have to make a certain amount of money to do this shit.
Facts.
Then it ain't about the fucking straps. It's about asses and seats and what they can make back. Because if it wasn't, them niggas would fight behind some shit. So stop with the fucking cap, bruh. Just
So can I
tell the
finally
truth.
ask the question that I've been trying to ask? Can I finally ask the question that I've been trying to ask?
Good.
So in saying that, because I swear I can't do this again tonight. Well, with Travion and Bomac with the easy route comment or whatever, with the Jeff Horn thing, whatever.
That's
If
exactly what they did.
if Bud had just came in and put a mandatory on whoever had the belt other than Earl, would that be that he was ducking Jeff Horn?
No,
I'm asking
look,
a
sir.
question.
No, sir. No, sir. He had choices.
So
My
so
thing
why
is
so
this.
why it hold on,
My
bro. I wasn't even done yet.
okay. Okay.
So why is it so bad now? Because we can all sit here and be like, yeah, that was a good. I mean, you don't even know if you can take a 147-pound punch yet. So you
Right.
go in there and get the, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
The problem is
they
not
were
with what
saying
he
that
did, brother. It's what he
no,
said.
just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Oh,
Just hear me out, brother.
okay.
Just hear
Go
me
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
BF came on there and just said that was a flat out duck, and I disagree. I disagree, and I think anybody of a sound mind, like you were saying now, like, bro, if I'm handling anybody's career, my baby, it could be your career. I'm not gonna put you like, because when you win, I win. So I'm like, dog, you don't even know if this man can handle a 147-pounder. Because I was one that didn't think that I thought it was too early.
Okay.
So that's not a
Okay.
duck, bro. Like we use
Okay.
that word too loosely.
You're established. You established what you said, right? You don't see it as a duck because you didn't believe that he could handle a 147-pound Earl Spence Jr. right off the back from
I just said
140
I didn't know.
pounds.
I didn't
Correct?
say Earl
That's
Spence. I didn't
no,
say
no, no.
Earl
Okay.
Spence, sir. I said
Okay. You didn't
147 pounder.
believe that he could handle a 147
No,
pound
I said
fighter.
we don't know if he can. Don't
Okay.
put the words in what I say. I don't know.
Okay.
We
Wait a
don't
minute.
know if he
So
can, because I'm
basically,
handling
so
his
wait a
career.
minute.
Just hear me out. I'm
Okay.
handling your career.
Okay, bro. Listen.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, as his handler, right, and him moving from 140 to 147 pounds, you don't know if
35
he can
all the
take
way.
a 147 pounder's punch, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what I said.
So,
That's what I said.
so Jeff Horn is was considered, he was considered a rough and rugged 147 pounder when he fought and beat
Pac-Man.
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 Correct?
True.
Correct.
True. He just roughed him up.
So what the fuck is the difference in a punch from him or anybody else at 147 pounds? And here's the thing:
all right.
if they wanted to see if he could deal with the 147 pounder, why didn't they give him some low level 147 pounder? Why not? Why a champion at 147 pounds?
Because he was undisputed and made known that he was coming to the next division, which was 147. So right off the back, like, we was on this shit last night for too long. He knew he can get a shot at whoever, but he's affiliated with Top Rank, and he got the WBO belts from the other damn belt. So he went.
God damn it! So let me kill. So let me kill you. So let me kill you right quick. Let me kill you right quick. Stop that shit. Don't stop. Stop. Don't double talk. Don't double talk. You made your point. You made your fucking point. Stop. You made your point. You just did. You just made your point. You just said. You just said he's affiliate. You just said he's affiliated with the WBO and he's not a top ranked fighter.
Hey, hold on. Because Scotty, I know it was his go. I don't, you know what I'm saying? This Scotty, you still in the building?
You had left. Oh, my bad.
Scotty already cooked.
I
don't even know.
I've cooked once.
I'll say,
okay, hold on, because
I'm still here. What was the comment?
Did you get a chance?
I'm just letting them talk
Did you get
about
a
boxing,
chance?
bro. I'm not getting on here going, mano with somebody on your panel no more. I already
That's
said
what
what I had to say.
We need to all speak at once. First of all, it ain't, you know what I'm saying. When I sent the links out, I said my main thing is you weren't gonna have 2 and 3 people talking at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking you. I left for a minute. Did you get a chance to, say what you wanted to say?
Yeah, I pretty much had said what I had to say. It's all good.
Okay. Drico. And Kwame, I know Kwame, he didn't say it a lot. Drico, you ain't really got to, say it too much. Drico.
I just wanted to say, I don't knock what TC did, because I see what he's doing. He went and got that belt and he used it as a bargaining chip. Earl even said when they face to face, he even told him, go get a belt. He didn't
That's
say
not true.
fight me.
Yes,
He didn't
sir.
say fight me. He said go get a belt
That's not
and we
true.
gonna fight.
That's not
That's the
true.
truth.
That's
That's
not
the truth.
true. When did he tell him get a belt in his
Bro,
face?
if he told a reporter, send a pigeon up, put an airplane in the sky, he said it. Regardless of who he said it to, Earl said it. He said, get a belt, tell TC to get a belt, and we fighting. Period, right? So that was mutual. So when you say, oh, he could have fought Earl, I think that dispels it right there. I don't think that they really had an interest for each other because Earl was chasing Thurman and so was TC. So we're going to get that established first before we shoot
When Bud was the
anything to
A
the.
side, Bud had all the marbles. He had all control.
We know
He
that.
had
And he
all
took.
control. Drink.
We know that, but
You
when you call
drink
him a duck,
when
is
he
what we
had
got a
all
problem with.
control. Drink when he
Y'all
had
won't
all
address that, bro.
control. Here's the problem, Drink. It's not what he
No,
did.
nigga, you
It's
the
what he
problem.
said, Drink. No,
Bingo.
Drink,
Because
you
y'all
the
don't want to
fucking
address that.
problem. People
Hold on,
like
hold
y'all
on,
make
hold
the
on, hold
problem.
on.
You know why?
Hey,
Because
hold
y'all
on,
keep
hold
making
on.
room for him.
Hold on.
And I'm attacking,
This
and
what
I'm
we ain't
attacking
gonna
the
do.
mentality and what you
Hey,
saying.
hold on, because we not finna do all of that. I ain't finna have all of that screaming back and forth shit. You know what I'm saying? We did enough of that already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
that
you let
hollering,
the
bro.
man talk, if you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna move to the next person. If they got to a rebuttal to what he said, say, and one person gonna talk at a time. Straight
That's
up.
all I had. I just said what he went there. He got that belt from Horn. Neither one of them was interested in fighting each other. Earl told the man, "Go get a belt." That's a fact. Earl said, "Go get a belt." TC went and got that belt, and then that's what it is. Both of them was chasing Keith Thurman at that time, so neither one of them was interested in fighting each other at that time.
Okay,
So for
because
somebody to come on him to say, for somebody to come on here and say, "Well, he could have fought him at this," that's true as well. But the reality of it is, those two people, Earl and TC, was not interested in fighting each other at that time. Period. That's why
right,
Earl said go get a
and that's
belt.
a fact.
That's why Earl said go get a belt, and that's why TC went and got a belt. End of discussion.
And I
That's
don't
what
know,
you think.
Drico, when I did the show and I broke all of that shit down, right? I gave the dates, I gave the time when what was said, when was said, where it was said at. Were you on that show that night, Drico?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I broke all of that down. None of it wasn't even, I don't even know why we talking about from 2018 and all of that. It was never possible for them two men to fight. It wasn't.
Right.
So I don't even know why we talking about all of that. That's why I did a whole show and broke that down. I broke all of that down. After that, we shouldn't even, if you've seen the show, we shouldn't even be arguing and talking about that no more.
Cashew,
It wasn't even possible.
no.
But let me get to this super chat. My man Emmanuel H coming through again in that super chat, man. Much love, much appreciated, man. He says, he said that when he said that when Bud was at 140 and was talking about moving up. The fact of the matter is there ain't no excuses to be made. It's time for the fight to be made. Real simple. 2022, Bud versus EJ. Make the fight happen for us. And that's all I'm saying. Like all of that shit back. Oh, well, who was ducking? That's why I did a whole show on that to show that neither one of these dudes was ducking.
Right.
Like ever. You
Yeah,
know
the
what I'm
content
saying?
we got last night.
And neither one of these dudes was ducking, right? It wasn't possible to make the fight happen.
Facts.
That's why I did a show and went down the whole timeline. I did like a whole 2.5 show.
If that's the case, then this panel is bullshit. If this the case, then we are wasting our time.
The panel wasn't about who ducking who though. 817.
Keon,
what are you
all right,
talking
cool.
about?
Keon, let me cook for a second because I want to address.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to address my panel who up here. See, because number one, the only reason that you even came on our show, Keon, to address that is because Drico was saying the whole time Earl was ducking. Number one. So because I remember you was watching the show and you asked me to send you a link to address that. Now Drico's sitting up here shaking his head, talking about no one was ducking. But the reason our show is the
I
way
said
that it
Bud
is
wasn't
because
ducking. I didn't say Earl. What is Earl
yeah,
ducking?
but Keon
It's
just said
clear.
Earl was they were
Well,
Keon.
Rico, do we have to go over because you can't say Earl was ducking? Like I said, I did a whole. I'll send it to you if you didn't see it.
No,
I
not.
did
I'm
a
talking
whole
about
show.
now. I'm talking about now, not then.
No, he was
I'm
never
talking about now.
ducking.
Right, but I'm
Ever.
just saying, I'm watching you, I'm watching Bibb saying exactly what Keon was saying. I brought out the timeline. None of these guys was ever dunking, and Bibb just said that's exactly what I'm saying. That's not what y'all been saying though.
No.
For the
I said that's what one said last night.
right, but
when
okay,
Dog came on there like dude was ducking.
right. So
That
here's
happened.
yeah, but y'all see this is what y'all doing, right? Y'all stuck on what BFTB said, right? But this is I want you guys to take a look and see like you're looking at yourselves in the mirror from the other perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how much sense we try to make to y'all and tell y'all that these
So
guys
because y'all
couldn't
said
afford,
it's true.
what's
Or
that?
if we said it's true. So if y'all said it's true and we
No,
got to go
I'm
with
not
it, and
saying
then we
that.
said
I'm
it's
not
true,
saying
y'all got to go with
anyone's true. What I'm saying to you is
it. Did you
that
hear what you just said though?
listen, all I said to you was that you're getting a chance to see how y'all look
I got
on
that
the
part. No, I
flip
got
side.
that
I'm
part,
not saying
and I
that is
said
true
that.
or
I
not
said
because
that
I don't
earlier.
How
believe
do
what
we
y'all
look,
saying is
brother?
I
true.
said that
How
earlier.
do we look?
I said that
How do
earlier.
we look?
I said that
Y'all
earlier.
look. Listen, no
No,
matter.
Drake,
All
I'm gonna
right,
tell you. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell you
tell
how we
you
look.
right. I'm gonna
I
tell
said it
you right.
earlier.
You just said you a moment ago, right? You were bringing up the fact of on the show, people brought up the fact that Earl do everything better, or Bud don't do this. He checked all the boxes, and you found that to be cap, right? Because you look at it and you say, okay, I know Bud do a lot of shit greater. We wouldn't want to see the fight.
You know
But when
why I say that's cap? You know
That's what
that's
I always
cap.
say.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
and
that's
that
cap,
was
but
my
I don't.
point.
That's not my
That was my
narrative.
point.
But what I'm going to say to you on the flip side is when everyone comes to you guys and tell you basic stuff that we've been talking about for this whole show, like about 300 is more than 100K. For some reason, that doesn't register to you the same way being fair about Bud's accolades and skills versus Spence registers. So it's like
Because we can
that's
never
how it
bring that
is. It's
up.
like for one side, it's always like, okay, we want to be right. And the issue to me is this: if because someone believes someone's gonna win a fight, right? That's fine with me, right? But that doesn't mean that everything has to be in their favor just because you believe they're gonna win the fight. And at this
But did you hear
particular
what I said
point,
earlier?
at this particular point in time, because I don't care if you say Bud's gonna win, I feel Spence gonna win.
No,
That,
I
that
said
don't
I
bother me.
believe the 60-40 was
That, that
good.
that don't
So
bother me. But
y'all be
what
want to argue so bad that y'all don't even really be listening. Like I'm not even. I'm like, bro, I don't care who win the fight.
I don't understand where
Yeah.
that's coming from with me
Y'all
because
don't be listening, Kwame.
I'm the person who's the most quiet on the panel on both shows. Most of the I'm just saying. Like I barely
So
even
check
spoke.
this out.
I'm not an
Me
argumentative
too.
person, so I
Like
do
check this out.
listen and then I process the information. And then when I give you the information back in a certain way that makes sense, it's like it won't penetrate for y'all.
Check this out. Check this out, right? Right? Because we mentioned what Drico said. Drico said that he believed, and correct me if I'm wrong, Drico. You said that you believed that Terence Crawford, right? I mean that Errol Spence was ducking Terence Crawford at one point.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
think
what you
right.
believe.
I think when in the past year, I think he been ducking TC for since the Danny fight. I see it
How was
started
he
about then.
ducking since the Danny fight when well hold on because I'm gonna break the timeline one more time and I'm gonna do it real fast so I can show you that shit is bullshit. But how was he ducking Drico since the Danny fight, right? When after he fought Danny Garcia, Errol Spence was the only one talking about he wanted to make the fight happen, right? Errol Spence this is a fact. He was the only one saying, yeah, that fight can happen. That fight can happen. And Bud was saying, no, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao.
I mean, that went both.
How was Errol Spence ducking after the Danny fight when after the Danny fight, Bud was locked in on Manny Pacquiao saying, no, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao.
That went both ways though, Keon, because we can't say that without saying Spence was gonna fight Manny Pacquiao too instead of TC. right? He called
But
TC. I mean, he called Manny out in the ring, right? And he could have called TC out, right?
bro, he called Manny out. We talking about that was
Two
years
different
ago.
times, bro.
That you talking about that was years ago. Hold on, let me break the timeline, right? Let me go down this timeline for y'all, right? Okay.
Was Mikey on Spencer's list to do
Hold
list?
on. I'm gonna break it down for you, right? I'm gonna break all this down for you real quick. On June the 6th, 2018, right? June 6th, 2018 is when when Terence Crawford came to 147-pound division and fought Jeff Horn, right? That happened on June the 6th, 2018, right? On 2 weeks later, Errol Spence fought Ocampos. That was his mandatory. And that was on June the 16th, 2018, right?
Right.
Now, at this time, Errol Spence had never been on pay-per-view, right? Because y'all have to understand, we're talking about a cross-promotional fight. That means both fighters have to have sold, you know what I'm saying, have to have sold a lot of pay-per-views, had to have done big numbers to be able to make a fight between each other if you're talking about doing a cross-promotional platform pay-per-view. ESPN and PBC. Right. Am I wrong or right? Both fighters have to have, already proven that they can sell big pay-per-view numbers before these two entities come together and do a cross-promotional platform pay-per-view.
I can't even say that. You know what I mean? Though, to be honest with you.
Serious?
Because
so you're telling me that we can't say that?
I mean, I can't even answer that because what did Mikey sell before him and Spence got in there?
Bro,
you can't say that.
The key word I said, a cross-promotional platform pay-per-view. ESPN and PBC. Mikey wasn't a cross, they was on PBC. They did a pay-per-view on PBC.
Well, I heard you say these people weren't proven before
on I said
PBC.
To do a cross-promotional pay-per-view.
Okay. That's cool. That's fair.
You have to both fighters have to generate enough pay-per-views for these two companies to get together and say, okay, we're going to do a cross-promotional pay-per-view. ESPN is going to link up with PBC and we're going to do a big mega pay-per-view together. Both fighters have to have been on pay-per-view and proven that they can sell pay-per-view. Am I right or wrong?
That's correct.
Promotional. Okay, right? So we in June of 2018. Terence Crawford comes to the division, beats Jeff Horn. The next fight, Errol Spence beats Ocampo. Now, people say, well, Errol Spence told Crawford to get a belt, right? He told Crawford to get a belt, right? So now that fight is not possible to be made because neither one of these guys have fought on pay-per-view yet. Well, Terence Crawford did, and he had flopped. He had fought on pay-per-view, like 2015?
That's correct.
And he had flopped. He only did like 60,000 pay-per-views somewhere around there. Right? So it was not possible at that time when Terence Crawford first got a belt for them to make a cross-promotional platform pay-per-view. For ESPN and PBC to come together and put Terence Crawford and Errol Spence in the ring together because they both ain't did shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. Remember, that was my argument with my man.
Okay,
I agree with you.
And now, right now, so after that, then we'll move later on to 2017. It was November 17th, 2018, when Terence Crawford and Errol Spence met up backstage, right, at the Mo Hooker fight, right? Now, at that point in time, but during that time, right, during that time and a little bit before that time, Bob Arum had sued Al Heyman. He had sued Al Heyman, and they were doing no business with each other. Why am I going to do business with you when you sued me, right? Also, at that point in time, Bob Arum, Terence Crawford's promoter, was, hey, I don't even know if Al Heyman don't even exist. He was going around saying Al Heyman don't even exist.
That's right.
That is the fact. So they met up backstage, right? They met up backstage at the Mo Hooker fight. in November the 17th, 2018, when they met up backstage, Errol Spence said, hey, I thought you said Al Heyman don't exist. Huh? What? I thought you said Al Heyman don't exist. I was just, he exists, right? And then they had their dialogue and they agreed that they was going to fight, right? And Errol said, call Al. Make the call to Al. We can make it happen. That's what Errol Spence said. Call Al, make a call to Al. We can make it happen. Bob Arum, he calls Al. He comes back and he says, that fight's not ready yet. He said the fight is not ready yet, right? That's what correct. He said. He said the fight wasn't ready yet, right? So how, at that point in time, how are they going to fight if your own promoter is saying that the fight is not ready yet? This is right. 2018. This right. is 2018. During that time, also when they met up backstage, Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence was already signed. During that time, Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence was already signed because they just had already signed, and before that, right? Before they signed, at that point in time, they was already signed because they were supposed to already have fought before that, but the fight kept getting held off, and people were saying, oh, that fight ain't gonna happen. Everybody's running around talking about Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence fight wasn't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So by the time they met up backstage, that fight finally they had signed and they was already gonna fight, right? Because Errol Spence talked about it before, right? Before Terence Crawford walked backstage, he was talking about him and Mikey Garcia, right, already had been signed, and that fight was already, pretty much done, signed, sealed, and delivered to be on pay-per-view, his first pay-per-view. So all up to this point, Errol Spence still hadn't even had a pay-per-view. And Crawford had one and he flopped, right? So now, moving on to 2019. Now comes 2019. March 16th of 2019, Errol Spence goes and fights Mikey Garcia. He does $50K in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And he does 350K pay-per-views. Bam. Now, at that point in time, he is a pay-per-view draw, right? They got what they need to see on Errol Spence's end. He did big pay-per-view numbers. He put asses in the seats, right? Now, they like, okay, well, he's a draw. Maybe we can make this fight right now. Because Bob Arum, at that time, was saying it wasn't big enough. Now, but on Bob Arum's side and on PBC side, they got to gauge and see what Errol Spence could do, right? Hold on. A month later, Terence Crawford makes his second pay-per-view, but his pay-per-view debut with ESPN against Amir Khan. A month later, he does his first pay-per-view with ESPN against Amir Khan. On April the 20th, 2019. How many pay-per-view buys did he do? He did what? Less than 100,000 pay-per-view buys with Amir Khan? Somewhere around there, right? 75,000 to 100,000 pay-per-view buys with Amir Khan. Now, remember, I'm saying this because before that, Bob Arum was saying the fight ain't ready. Now, one man did big pay-per-view numbers. The other man, he flopped. So Bob Arum is saying still the fight ain't ready, right? Now, after that, 2019, we still in 2019. Errol Spence, September the 28th, his next fight is against Sean Porter for unified. They unified the WBC and IBF straps. Pay-per-view, right? Pay-per-view. This is Errol Spence's second pay-per-view in a row. That same year, he go and fight Sean Porter for the WBC strap. He do another 350,000 pay-per-view. Bam! Now we know he's the pay-per-view draw. Right after that, he has an accident, right? He suffers an accident 2 weeks later on October the 10th, 2019. We still in 2019. He suffered an accident, right? Now, he's out I don't think you can make a fight with Errol Spence when he's recovering from accident. So now with what I just said, where was he ducking at? And we ain't even finished. That timeline I just gave you, where was it possible for Errol Spence to duck Terence Crawford?
Shit. Key, I ain't gonna lie, man. I lost my concentration, bro.
Just say none.
Okay. Now,
When was it possible for Earl? I don't know
that
when.
timeline. I just
Listen,
gave you the
that timeline from then,
all the way up to the
I'm talking.
accident.
I'm talking about right now. I see a little ducking.
Hold on.
Recently.
We ain't got there yet.
And it started at the end of Danny Garcia.
Okay,
I think
So
it
he's been
started
ducking
around.
for 4 years.
Wait, hold on.
You're moving stuff.
I'm gonna get there. So the timeline that I just because we all now we all the way to the accident. So before the accident happened, was there any timeline that Errol Spence ducked Terence Crawford? Off of the fact, huh?
I can't say he did.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking you because I know you're gonna keep it 100, right?
Yeah.
There was no possibility for that fight to happen. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that Terence Crawford ducked. You can't say that Errol Spence ducked because the fight couldn't happen, right?
Correct.
So now he suffers his accident. On December the 5th. He didn't come back until December the 5th, 2020. He fought Danny Garcia on December the 5th, 2020. Terence Crawford, he fought Kell Brook a week later, December the 14th, 2020. Right? So once again, they fought back to back. Errol Spence fought on pay-per-view. He did another 300K pay-per-views. And Terence Crawford fought on regular the ESPN regular ESPN.
Real quick, Key, with your timeline, Terence Crawford fought Kell Brook in November.
Or no, yeah, my bad.
It's November because he fought in between Spence and Tank.
November, right? So Terence Crawford fought Kell Brook in November. He fought before Errol Spence. Errol Spence hadn't even came back to the sport yet, right? Then Errol Spence comes back December, right? A month later, and he fights Danny Garcia. He makes his debut back, right? Beats Danny Garcia. Now, after the Danny Garcia is what you want to talk about. After he fought Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford is on record every time a microphone was put in his face on record saying that fight is behind me. I don't want that fight. I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Now, my thing is this man was out all of this time. How's this fight behind you when this man just came back to the sport? And now you talking about, no, I don't want to fight him. I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. And then you trying to act like he's been ducking you all of this time.
It's a lot of
feedback, I just gave a timeline, and then you
gotta leave and come back.
Huh?
Drake is a lot of feedback. It's Drake gotta leave and come back in.
Oh, okay. I can't hear it on my end.
Yeah.
So
well,
I want to know.
Yeah.
How's everybody running around talking about he ducking because I just gave you that whole timeline. Then when he came back, he could just put it on mute and then, you know what I'm saying, he just put himself on mute and then he could talk. Then when he came back, the man is like, oh, that fight is behind me. Like, bro, I've been sitting on the shelf for over a year. Now I come back and I have one fight and you talking about the fight is behind me.
Key.
And now you calling out Manny Pacquiao, and every time you get an interview, you saying everybody knows who I want to fight. I want to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
Make this shit make sense to me.
All right, hey, Key. Remember what there was also a reason why I brought up the timeline with him and Kell Brook. Is it not a fact because he fought before Errol Spence too, right? So is it not a fact that after that fight?
Hold on. A shooter. Block El Chapo. Block him. Get him up out of here. Go ahead.
What happened?
Yeah. So is it not
listening to this guy justifying Errol Spence ducking is disgusting. Block him. Get him up out of here. You see, that's the ignorant shit that we're talking about right there.
Yeah. So as I was saying, Key, the reason why I wanted you to bring that timeline, get the timeline correct too, with that is it not a fact that directly after he beat Kell Brook, and the ESPN asked Terence Crawford to his face in front of the world, "Who do you want to fight next?" He said Manny Pacquiao. Now,
Right.
to get even more clarification on that, the reporter asked him more than Errol Spence, and he said what? Yes.
Kwame, I actually got the video saved in my phone. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I actually got the video.
No, I'm confused how he could have started ducking him and he fought him a month later. And Bud clearly said when he was asked about fighting Spence, he said he wanted Manny Pacquiao more than that. I don't understand how we could start.
Who wouldn't want Manny Pacquiao more than?
Yeah, but how could you be ducking someone if the person you saying is being ducked comes out and says that he's interested in making a fight with somebody else, which in his regard was fair because he didn't even want to fight Kell Brook. Bob had served him that story about fighting Manny Pacquiao and it fell apart. And that's why the Kell Brook fight wasn't officially announced until a couple weeks before the actual fight date. And Bob came out after that and said Terence Crawford don't want to sign contracts, right? He was frustrated because he thought he was going to get the Manny Pacquiao fight and it didn't happen. And then when the mic was put in his face, he said he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. And when did he want to fight him more than Errol Spence? He clearly said yes. So my confusion is then if Errol Spence fought him fights in December, right? How was Errol Spence? How did the ducking start from there? When the same fighter that you're saying that he's so-called ducking said that he wanted to fight somebody else.
I think it's just frustration on TC part.
You can't just give a pass like that.
Yeah, I think it was just frustration, man. You know what I mean? It was like a lot of back and forth on Twitter. It was a lot of back and forth, far as like verbal shots. It was just a lot of they was talking to each other, you know what I'm saying, like on the phone personally. And I think it was just a lot of shots back and forth. And then finally, I think TC was like, well, I ain't interested in it. Do I think they really want to fight, bro? Yeah, I do. I think Earl didn't want to really fight TC. I think TC got pissed off at a point. And I think that Earl knew that he wasn't ready to fight TC at a certain point in time. And I think TC knew that too. And TC pressed him.
What you mean?
And that was after the that was a personal conversation. That's dead. Let's dead that. I think that TC knew.
So are you talking about when he was on his way, right? When he was trying to get back from off of the car accident?
Yeah. Right then and on, I think I don't know the timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know
the timeline when you're talking about. When he hadn't came back and he hadn't even fought Danny Garcia yet.
No, not then. It's when they started. I think it was right before the accident happened. It was either I don't know the timeline, bro, but it was like TC started pressing it.
You gotta give me a timeline. You gotta be able to back up what you're saying because I gave you the date and I gave you the timeline.
Right.
So you can't say that he was ever ducking.
Well, no. In my opinion, I think that Earl kind of knew it was a point in time. Like Earl was like, he knew I'm not ready for TC just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing something outside the ring, and it might have been before the accident. It's like I'm doing shit outside the ring that ain't really. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a kind of. I wouldn't say it's a duck. I wouldn't say it's a duck. I think he knew TC was gonna whip his ass.
You saying that you think Errol Spence felt that way? I mean, where's the validity to back that up?
Thank you.
I think his actions right now backing it up, bro. I think him getting up leaving.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you what I think. I'm giving you facts in the timeline of the actual facts.
Right now, I think it's showing right now when he got up and left at this fight right here. I think that showed a lot, bro. I think that showed that.
Hold on.
Right.
Okay. Bet. Okay. You said you have a problem with him getting up and leaving. Could he have gotten the ring at a top rank event?
Well, it was a joint. It was a joint situation.
It wasn't nothing joint about that event. It was
Sean Porter
that he could have.
He could have. He was on our show.
How could he have gotten the ring when Bomac was asking about it and they said, "You gonna let Errol in the ring?" Hell no.
Well, I had Travion on the show. on
I
mine.
don't care what Travion said. His
Okay,
trainer
so you
said,
care-
hell no.
Okay.
Okay, and,
You know
and
what,
then
bro?
and then
I'm
this.
done, bro.
Oh, hold on. This and this, right? Because y'all keep saying this. It's no possible way. Oh, so you mean that Bob Arum would have let Errol Spence in the ring on a top rank event when Terence Crawford is leaving?
It's leaving. Exactly.
To promote a fight
Common
that
sense.
ain't gonna happen on his platform.
Yeah. I think he could have got in there. He also could have went to the press conference after the fact, and he didn't show up at either one.
With
Why
what
would he
press
do that,
pass?
Drico? If Terence Crawford
With
is
what
leaving
press pass?
ESPN?
Because the fighters have to have a credential,
Right.
a pass on their neck to get in the press conference, right? If it's a top ranked fight, and I know this for a fact because I've been working a fight. And Shakur Stevenson,
I just thought he could have done more, bro. I think he could have done more, man.
Wanted to get backstage at a PBC event, and he had to hunt down Sam Watson to get a pass so he could get backstage because he was a top ranked fighter. And Errol Spence was like, "Man, what you doing back here? You went top rank."
I just think he could have done more, man. Boo Boo Andrade do it all the time. He crashed press conferences.
And then Derek James said exactly. He said I told him to leave at the end of the 12th round. So you wouldn't have to be taking hours to get out of the arena and mobbed by all the fighters. Always do that.
That's a cop out, bro.
He
If you really want that fight,
he
bro,
wouldn't have been able to get in the ring.
If you really want that fight, bro, you gonna let that fight be known, man. For real. He didn't come watch that fight just to get up and leave, bro. You think he just came to watch that fight to pay homage? You just said it wasn't even his event. So why would Earl even be there if he was gonna get up and leave? Yeah.
Drico, check this out, right? Now, if you say to me, okay, well, he doing interviews, I'm gonna help you out, right? Because what you're saying right now don't make sense. But if you had to said, okay, well, he's doing interviews and I don't see the energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't see him giving.
I said that in the beginning, though, Key.
Hold on.
I said that
the interviews that he's doing right now, I don't see him giving the energy, saying that he really, really wants this fight bad, right? If you had said that, then you would have had an argument. But you talking about because he left the fight early. Well, bro. when Bomac already had said that he wasn't gonna be able to get in the ring, when they asked Errol Spence, right, the day when he was in Vegas, they asked him the day before, hey, you think they're gonna let you in the ring? And he said, nah, they not. They're not going to let me in the ring, right? Right? So him knowing that they're not going to let him in the ring, right? Why am I going to stay and listen to, after the fight is over, why am I going to stay listening to Terence Crawford's interview and then get mobbed by the whole arena and I ain't going to be able to make it out?
Bro, TC stayed, but I'm going to go back to this.
Bro.
But
no, he left.
No, they got in an argument with the whole Dallas crowd, bro.
And he left.
Yeah, after that, he left. He stayed there. He didn't get up and just run out. But that's not here nor there though. But what I was trying to say, what I was trying to say,
and it's different circumstances. Why would Bob Arum, Top Rank, let Errol Spence get in the ring and promote a fight for another network? That ain't gonna have nothing to do with them.
If that's the next up and coming fight, but let me say this though, Earl's energy has changed. Earl's energy has changed when it came to TC because he called Jeff Horn fool when Jeff had the very same belt 4 years ago. Then as soon as TC got the belt, he didn't say nothing about he didn't call TC fool. Why didn't he call TC fool? The energy is changed with TC, bro. Earl know who he dealing with, man. Let's not go back and forth about okay, he said this, he said that. Let's tell it like it is, bro. Earl's energy has changed. When it comes to TC.
Well, the whole year, right? The whole 2019 through 2020 up until now, Bud Crawford's energy wasn't even there because he was saying he didn't want to fight. His energy changed, but hold on. But I did not see you hop on nobody's panel, your panel, my panel, or nobody else's panel talking about, hey, well, bro, Bud energy is changed. It's different. Keep it 100.
And Kia, I'm glad that you brought that up because that's what I bring up to
because
it
didn't change.
If you say you're gonna call it down, if you say you're gonna call it down the middle, You have to call it down the middle.
TC's energy ain't never changed.
How's it not changed,
For
Drico?
one,
If he said he
just
wanted to
started
fight and now
mentioning.
he's saying he don't want to fight, that should
He,
change.
yeah, that's we okay. Listen, man. Listen. We're gonna take it from the beginning because y'all fucking me up with these timelines and all this shit here.
I'm fucking you up because they're facts.
When it started out, Earl said, get a belt. Okay, that's all. Jeff Horn had the WBO belt. He wanted to fight Jeff Horn 7 minutes later. Food. He takes
Everyone
that food
did,
or
Drico.
whatever. Okay, everybody wanted to fight Jeff Horn,
thing going on with Cambosis, right?
But we're not talking about everybody. We talk about Errol Spence. Errol Spence tweeted Jeff Horn 7 minutes later and said, "You fool." That very same belt that Horn has, that Horn had, TC has right now. 7 minutes later, Earl ain't tweeted never. You're fooled, TC, because I think he knows that's not a duck, but I think he knows I got to be right when I step in there with TC. I think he knows that. So his energy has changed. That's why. Listen, that's why Earl put Mikey before TC when he named up the three people he wanted to fight.
Wait, hold on,
Drico. He named Porter. He named
Drico. How are you bringing that shit up when I just went down?
Went over that, bro.
Right. But you asked me,
and now you're trying to.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm not. My debate ain't the timeline. I'm talking about how Earl his energy is changed when it comes to TC. That's a fact.
Yeah, but how could Mikey be before Terence Crawford when Terence Crawford was
his energy? Listen, his energy has changed when it comes to Terence Crawford, bro. That's just a fact right there. Earl's energy has changed. It changes when it comes to Terence Crawford. That's a fact, man. We can't deny that, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Check this out, right?
Yeah.
Since he came back from that car accident, right?
Yeah.
Name me one interview where he had he was hype about naming off any fighter.
He ain't really been like that.
Since his energy changed. Name me one interview where you heard Errol Spence, right? Since he came back from the car accident, where he was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want such and such, and I want that fight now.
Well, he ain't said since the accident.
Yeah.
Well, he said, well, Manny, right? But I mean, that don't count.
He was just he didn't. He said if the Manny fight happened, no. When he was asked about Manny, he said if it happened, it happened. He said, I'm not chasing dude like that no more. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That's what he said.
We gotta come on, man. Now, y'all, we're gonna have dialogue. We gotta just really keep it 100. He didn't say that to me. You asked me what, and I said Manny. So now you're saying, well, he said it, but he didn't really. He said it like this.
That's not what I said. You saying his energy changed. I said, give me one fighter where he was like, ever since the accident, where you heard him, right, to where you like, oh man, he got big energy towards that fighter. And you said Manny Pacquiao, which is a lie. Because when he was asked about Manny Pacquiao, he was like, shit, if it happens, it happened. I'm not chasing dude. He said, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't.
And they was trying to make.
Was Manny on his three? Was Manny on his three people that he named that he was gonna fight before he left?
Was. Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. It was Sean Porter. It was wait, let me look this thing up right quick. Damn, I just had it. I lost my train of thought.
Now you backtracking. Now you backtracking to before the accident when you said when I broke that down, I already broke you down before the accident.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we going back and forth. No, but y'all getting it. Y'all having me listen, bro.
After the accident.
Y'all having me going back and forth. Y'all moving the goalposts because now I got to go back and do this, and then you up here still. Listen. He reaching back here. Kwame reaching back to the back. I gotta go grab him. Then you up here in the front. I gotta catch him.
We've had
because he commenting in the background.
Everywhere.
He background chilling. And I gotta go grab this. What he's saying, bring it up here. And then you saying this, or you in the background.
He gave you a timeline. I didn't stay on the timeline.
Listen, bro. Fuck the timeline.
Well, you just saying you gotta go back.
I don't know when. I always said that Earl was ducking, like he was his energy changed, bro, from the beginning that TC got that belt. bro. His energy changed towards TC.
You want
I said that.
you listen, Drico.
I don't know
Let's just
when.
keep
Y'all
let
want me to give
Drico.
you a date? I don't know when.
The entire chat see it, Drico. What happened here is Keon made a timeline. First off, I'm gonna keep it 100 with
I
you.
told y'all I
First
didn't
off,
know
I'm gonna
when
keep
the
it 100 with you,
timeline was.
Drico.
I didn't know.
Because Drico, you my brother and I love you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep
Right.
it 100 with you now.
Right.
First off, you're only agreeing with Keon that Errol Spence was ducking since Danny Garcia fight. When every show we do, you show 4 years and you start from get a belt
That's 4 years.
to where it's
He
famous
did.
that what I say to you that anytime we bring up facts to you, you revert back to get a belt, which is all the way at the beginning. So what Keon has just done is Keon has given a timeline that you've just agreed with because that's not true. That because there
But
was
y'all
no
can't keep
possible.
on. Y'all can't say, oh, don't bring up the accident, and then say in the same sentence
We're not
say,
saying
oh
don't bring. No one
he
said
was in
not
an
to bring up the
accident, so
accident,
that
Drake.
gives him a pass for this
No
long.
one's saying not to bring up the
Listen,
accident. What we
is it
asking
not a
you
fact?
to do is
When
to
is it?
bring
When
it.
did he tell him to get a belt, bro?
Listen,
When did
what
he
we
tell him to
asking you
get a
to do
belt?
is keep it down the middle.
Hold on.
Right. When did he tell him to get a belt?
Let me get to the super
Oh,
chat.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
My man Zenith 360 off in the building once again. He said Spence said he wanted everyone on PBC before the last WBO belt, before Terence Crawford came to 147 pounds, which is a fact. He said the same thing when Horn had the belt. His energy nor actions have changed. Y'all imagination is not fact. Hey, Kwame, you got me on in your background because there's a lot of feedback.
No, that's not me.
Yes, you. Yeah, that's you, Kwame. It's a lot of feedback. You must have me on your phone or something on YouTube. But that's a fact.
That's just my opinion, bro. I just see I just think his energy changed, man.
Right. But check this out. Drico. I don't have a problem with you looking at certain things. You like, that's my opinion. But you talking about opinions, I'm talking about facts. That's why I broke the timeline, and you agreed with what I said. Now you want
the timeline that's official.
You know what I'm saying?
That's official.
And you agreed when I broke the timeline. We had an agreement. You kept it real. You like, yeah, he couldn't have ducked. Now we moved to where you wanted to move to, and it's a lot of feedback, Kwame. Now we moved. Maybe that's not Kwame. Hold on, let me see. I think that might be you. Hold on. Yo, yeah, that was Drico. So
I'm gonna
gotta
pause.
go out and come back in.
Yeah. So anyway, we moved past that, and then we moved to the Danny Garcia situation. Now, when the Danny Garcia situation came, you talking about but his energy, but you ain't talking about how Bud was saying that the fight was past him and behind him, and he wants Manny Pacquiao on every interview. Whether you go to the interview that he did with Miss Boxing, baby, right? He said Pacquiao. Ain't nobody worried about Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, in his little career.
I could go to the Hall of Fame tomorrow if I retire.
Him. I want Manny Pacquiao next. Bam. Or if you want to go to after right here, Spence hadn't even came back to the sport yet. If you want to go to the Kell Brook interview backstage when they interviewed him for Kell Brook, hey, who you want to fight next? Oh, I want Pacquiao. Everybody know I want Pacquiao. Even more than Errol Spence.
Them facts, man. It's just me, man. It's just my opinion that it just his energy just changed. You know what I'm saying? Like just looking at it, it just seemed like his energy changed.
Hold on. And then I think it was DAZN. I told y'all, stop asking me about that fight. I said what I said. That fight's not happening. It's behind me. So whose energy changed? At the end, like I said, we got whose energy changed? Who energy changed?
And then the interesting thing is, can we name one time in his whole alleged 4 years of ducking that Errol Spence said that I don't want to fight Terence Crawford? That the fight's behind him.
You ain't got to say that. I could tell you when. 70-30, 80-20. That's when he said it.
All right, well, man, we've been on here for way too long, man. But it was a great show. Let me get another great show. Let me get to my man in the super chat, and then we gonna close it down. We're gonna close it down. Hold on, my man Emmanuel H back in that super chat. Man, I appreciate you. He says, bro, he says, what's all this made up lies? EJ energy been the same for Bud. He a skilled fighter, but he light in the ass, and he's gonna punish him, right? He was saying he was the skilled fighter, he's light in the ass, and I'm gonna punish him, right? EJ only responds to trash talk. Bro don't spark nothing. He just put it out real simple. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to make a point. That's why I was making my point, Emmanuel, to him, that you ain't seen EJ ever since he came back from the car accident. He ain't had no energy towards nobody like that.
Bruh, EJ the most trash talking out of the two people. EJ talked the most trash out of them on Twitter.
That's a lie, but I mean that don't really matter at the end of the day. But we could agree to disagree on that, because I see Terence Crawford always got some smart shit to say, But I mean, my whole thing is that I was trying to say that ain't now one of these dudes ever been ducking, but you want to make it like that Errol Spence been ducking. But I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, because I gotta get up out of here, y'all.
Appreciate
it. And my man Brandon House in the building again. He says Drico can't say he caught a body. He said Drico can't say he caught a body today. I'm just coming.
They can't cut. They didn't catch one either, though.
Hey man,
I don't know. You and Bibbs yesterday. Look.
It wasn't that type of panel though.
Similar to Spence.
It wasn't that type of panel though today. But y'all was capping so hard, man. Y'all had an Abe Lincoln cap on.
Tell me
night.
how I lost both my co-hosts yesterday. They just both left early. They ain't come back because the heat was too hot.
My battery was down.
Too hot for him, man, but
hey. But Keon, I love y'all, brother. Go ahead.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all though, man. Y'all already know it. It's all love. Let me get your last words, Kwame, and let them know where to find you and when y'all gonna be on.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Loyal to the Game Boxing on YouTube, Loyal to the Game Boxing Sports 2 on Facebook. You guys already know what it is. We may have a live stream tonight. I gotta check with my panel to see what it is, because it's been busy. But we may have a live stream tonight, and and entertain you guys. Again, I always appreciate this this panel. I think the first show I ever did live was with Keon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be love, and of course to my co-host. Even though Drico name for me is for us, he's the captain, CAP. He's the captain of the BPC, the Bud Protection Committee, and you see him in full force. You see why he had all his stripes today. He'll start making up scenarios. He'll go around timelines, but at the end of the day, it's all love and it's all entertainment, man. So, and I appreciate both of y'all.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. Like, don't none of us get off the panel and be mad or think about this shit. Like, at the end of the day, these guys got to get in the ring and fight. You know what I'm saying? And so, Drico.
I just wanted to say, man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Me and my brothers, we might go at it, and it might appear a certain kind of way, man. But these my brothers, we love each other. We talk to each other behind the scenes. We in constant contact, man, and we uplift each other. So on here, it might seem like we're going to war in the chat. It divided, but man, and behind the scenes, me and these brothers like this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna plan something real big. Hopefully, we can all get in one single picture and put it up and meet at a fight, man. And we just passionate about this sport called boxing, just like y'all are in the chat and on the panel. And sometimes things might go a little bit left, or we think it's left, and we pull it back. But outside of this, man, we all brothers and we all love a sport, and that's what we have in common, man. On that note, man, catch me at Loyal to the Game, man. I'm Drico Bay. Appreciate y'all having me. I wipe my shoes off, man, and smash that like button, and we out of here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And salute to everybody on the panel. My brother Drico Bay. You know what I'm saying? Me and Drico do this shit off camera. We do this shit off camera, so this is nothing. Hey, but you know what I'm saying? And his energy don't change, nor does mine.
Right.
And my man Brandon House, drink more water. Everybody that came through in the super chat, my man. Once again, I appreciate Emmanuel H, man. coming through in that super chat. My man Zenith360, everybody that came through and showed love, everybody in the comment section. Y'all, it's all love. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't take none of this shit off the camera, nor shit y'all. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing, and we'll be back tomorrow. You know, we got the weigh-ins tomorrow. Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? JoJo Diaz, great fights this weekend. We also got Tank Davis and Isaac Cruz weigh in, and it's gonna be a great day. I might even do the weigh-ins on here, and y'all already know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.